WQAM. What are you grumbling about over there? You were going on some rant about some lady at the gate. Like, don't look at me because you didn't see the clock. Even though we were starting very late today. 10:05. What is that?
We have a better chance when there's a replay.
Yeah, apparently so.
Right.
Apparently so. Well, they're adding breaks. We got CBS Sports Minutes now. You know, all that stuff is going on. Get yourself situated here. You were ranting on some lady at the parking lot going on. You're not set for the show. You're not ready. You're not set. You know? You gotta twist it tight. Okay. Flaccid microphone. You know? Maybe flip it around. Whoopsies. I don't know. That's close enough. You kind of look like you're about to drop an album. Yeah. These bums right here, they don't know what bums they're gonna be. I gotta tell you, I'm doing some good hate listening on the way into that. Wait, he's still rustling in this world.
How's that?
Okay, we're there, almost.
This is like your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When all the teams you hate get eliminated.
Yeah.
And then when you get a series that no matter what, you're going to be able to hate this.
This could be a petty run unlike any other because I've always wanted to get revenge on the Bucks. I was excited about that.
Right.
New York Knicks, come on.
Oh, come on.
That's like a side. You know what that's like? That's like in the empanadas. That's the dulce de leche. That's a little dessert empanada right there.
But the problem with that is that they don't ever get there. So it's like,
yeah, I never knew this was gonna happen. I was like, oh,
it's like bonus.
it was a bonus, and now we get a chance to take out the Celtics, which is, I gotta tell you, I was loving hearing what all the players were saying yesterday. Listen, you know why? Because everybody's always like, oh, it's a different year. You know, we don't think about that. Players are like, hell yeah, I'm thinking about that. Fans like, I remember what it felt like going off the court. Max Strus is like, yeah, we want this again. Caleb Martin's all about it. I love that. Spo's still trying to do the thing. He's trying to throw cold water on it.
Come on, he's the coach.
But the players, no lies here. And I love that.
So
I love a little petty fuel.
So who starts on who?
What?
No, I'm just saying. Like for example, when you say Jimmy's going to card Kate,
Okay. We don't know yet. I don't know. Like it's not. It's undecided yet. I'm not sure. But I would think Jimmy's going to get some time. I think everybody's going to get time with everybody. Even Bam just said that. If they go small, it depends too. Like they've been some shifting in their lineups too because they've gone at the end of the series. They brought Robert Williams back into the starting lineup. They normally haven't been starting him. They've been starting Derek White. So it depends what they go with. They may not, they may look at Bam and they may go back to their small lineup, which is going to be an interesting choice by Missoula. Which I think Missoula's going to have a lot of scrutiny in this one. Because all everybody talks about is their versatility. They were so versatile.
I mean, wasn't like a year ago Robert Williams was a Hall of Famer?
Well, yes, because he plays for the Celtics.
I mean, they were
Yeah, I mean, he's still good, but like they acted like he was God's gift to basketball last year.
Because he was hurt. And teams tend to do that. Right? Like, no matter how important the player is, if you get a guy hurt, that's like, we already got something.
Maybe like an excuse? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the thing that's going to be interesting about this Heat team is, everybody is going to keep doing the thing where, Boston, they're the deeper team, they're the top, whatever, 1 through 7. Which is funny enough because, in all honesty, Missoula doesn't play as many people. Spo's the one who actually plays. Spo plays more people. He really has gone into a playoff rotation. Spo is still playing 10 guys a game, where Missoula, as you saw in that series, he's not playing Grant Williams. Grant Williams was a huge part of that series last year. He doesn't go into his bag as much. He's really in for having this deep team, which is really just to say, hey, they had Malcolm Brogdon, who's talented. Don't get me wrong. He's a spark plug, but they don't use this depth luxury that everybody is going to throw out there throughout this entire series because they think it's just they think it's Jimmy Butler and a bunch of bums. That's the way everybody's acting.
Which is amazing because those bums have been outplaying.
What's up?
They're hearing your room. They're hearing us right now.
I know. That's why I'm not cussing because they bother the hell out of me. So I'm trying to be very quiet, people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting into it right now because people love it when I cuss and I scream and I do all that stuff. So I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah, the shooting is going to be important this year. Like it was important in the Bucks.
Yeah, I know. You guys love it when I cuss and scream. I know.
The shooting was excellent in the Bucks series.
I know.
Oh, that's so awkward.
Come on, keep the comments coming. It only fuels me behind the scenes wanting to cuss everybody out.
I think you can just do it.
They are going to have to shoot.
Just go ahead and
Just
go.
go ahead and sign up.
All right, guys. Fun's over.
But they need to.
Why are you pulling Dan?
What?
Dan, here's the problem. The problem is that you weren't here when he was blasting Kevin Love. Which what he's known for. Blasting the guy.
It was
Never wanted him.
2016.
All these things, and then the guy ends up playing here. Who's the last guy you did it to? Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will be in the Heat uniform.
No, that's not going to happen.
Because you trashed him.
I trashed him yesterday because I don't want him here.
Okay.
And I don't want.
And
by the way, task at hand. I don't even want to talk about trades right now.
Every guy you've said that about ends up here.
Hard to say.
So you doing a little reverse psychology?
No, I don't want Joel Embiid here.
You know that you are the trade.
Not a trade mush.
Every time you said you want him, we ended up with the guy. Jimmy Butler.
I didn't say I didn't want
Kyle
Jimmy
Lowry.
Butler. Well, that one was that surprised me.
Kevin Love.
I didn't say I didn't want Kevin Love. I knew that when he came here, I was like, man, I got some baggage on that guy. It's not like I ever said I didn't want Kevin Love, but I knew that I had some harsh takes on Kevin Love from his Cleveland days.
Right now, You're backpedaling the equivalent of Deion Sanders and one of his Pro Bowl seasons. You are.
Well, I just want to set the record straight.
I can't catch up. You backing up.
Yeah, but no, because you're littering the ether with a lot of fallacies.
No.
Yes.
Truths?
Yes.
Truths.
No, not truths.
What did I say that you didn't say?
I will admit that Kyle Lowry, I was not keen on getting Kyle Lowry here. I will admit that.
Right.
Especially trading for Gogi, because I love Gogi.
And of the last few years, listen, the conversation about Kevin Love has been down here for a while, not just this year.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never said one negative thing about that.
I have said that, but I never said I didn't want him on the Heat. I don't think those words came out of my mouth.
Call him trash, then it's an indicator that you don't want him.
I mean, you could call it an indicator, but it's not flat out something I said. Now he's a leader.
Here we go.
He leads the locker room.
Pull out the katanas.
He is the man who is going to lead us and take us there.
Samurai. What are you doing?
What? By the way, I was listening to WEI on the way in here. These jokers.
Oh, what happened?
These guys start off their show today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sully and Murph in the morning, our sister station.
I don't know if they want to be known as our sister station when we just use them for content.
Listen, I don't want them at the family reunion either, but it is what it is. And these idiots are like, why is it that no one roots for Boston in the national media? And I was like, are you effing kidding me? Are you what?
Wait, here, to my point. Every fan base feels the way you do about their team. That they don't get national coverage. That's accurate.
Well, first of all, they do get national coverage. They feel like they feel like somebody's rooting against them.
The fans, like always,
go on, Leroy, go on.
Every fan base can't feel the same damn way.
Everywhere I've ever lived.
The conversation you're having.
Yeah, but my feelings are right, and theirs are wrong.
I was in Wyoming, and they were telling me everybody hates the Wyoming Cowboys.
Yeah, but that's silly. Nobody cares about Wyoming. Yeah, but nobody cares about Wyoming.
We're just proving it's the fan base.
It's not though, Dan Day. Here's why you're wrong.
Really?
Here's why you're wrong. Here's why you both are wrong.
You just gave us an example of how they're saying the same crap you say.
Yeah, but they're idiots because they're Boston. Like honestly, who gets more of a national push than Boston?
Are
you trying to say Boston doesn't get a lot of national coverage? Are you trying to say that?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Are you trying to say that? Well, then what are you saying?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm trying to say, and I'm saying it.
Okay, go ahead.
Every fan base feels like they get slighted like you do. It's that way everywhere. No matter where you go.
Right, but some fan bases.
Every fan base feels disrespected.
But their fan base is dumb. And mine actually has proper context.
I'm more than sure if you go to Boston, there'll be a Boston Tobin saying the same crap you're saying.
Don't ever put my name with Boston again. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
Okay, let's pick another state. How about New York? Bing bong.
Well, it's quite obvious they don't because it's just filled with Knicks fans on air. So nobody could claim that. Just like I said, just like with the NBA media, it's filled with Celtics fans. So nobody could say that.
Funny.
It's literally driven by Bill.
The Celtics people seem to think that.
Just the idiots at WEI who can barely put words together. It's a marvel they have a radio show.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, we're hanging on for dear life, right?
No, I think we're good, dude. I mean, let me ask you this. Did they have to deal with this play? Have they ever had to deal with in the playoffs? They're losing because of the weather in an indoor sport. Has that ever happened in the history of Boston sports?
No, but who's that?
That was exactly what was told about the Miami Heat last round. It was an actual take out there by the national broadcast.
But what is that? I mean, it was a ridiculous take. But what does that have to do with being
because Boston doesn't have to deal with that.
Huh? Boston
doesn't deal with that. You know what Boston does?
What do they do?
Boston just gets flowers after flowers, dude.
Then why? What? Listen.
It's like Mother's Day / Valentine's Day every day for Boston.
Have you ever lived a substantial amount of time outside the state of Florida?
No.
Okay. We have. And I'm telling you, there's a Tobin in every city.
No, but
every stop.
That's fine. There can be, but only one of them's right. And that's me.
They all say the same thing.
No.
That we're the only ones getting slighted.
But it's true.
That damn Tobin.
They don't have
Florida,
but they don't have receipts.
But
they don't have receipts. I have the facts. I have actual takes. What do they have?
They have the facts too.
Do they?
Do
really?
The national announcers hate the Heat too?
Depends who. Give me one. Mike Breen? No. Pro's pro. If it was Hubie Brown, yes.
You think Hubie Brown wakes up in the morning like, oh,
Absolutely.
those Heat.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Go back and listen to the 06
You think
broadcast.
Scott
The guy,
Foster wakes up?
06!
You think Scott Foster?
06!
Hmm?
06!
yeah, I don't forget.
Who cares? You won a championship.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
He didn't want them to.
that makes it that much sweeter. That's why you enjoy it even more.
You can say it makes it
All the
sweeter or not. I
naysayers,
don't disagree
all
with
the
it making
people
it
who picked
sweeter.
against us.
I don't
Eat it.
I'm not disagreeing with you that it does make it sweeter, but the thing is, he was rooting against the Heat. It's known.
Announcers don't sit there and root against or for any team.
Sure they do. Sure they do.
It used to. Wait, Dan, I will say this. It used to be that way, but now all across TV, right? They have claimed their loyalties, and like 20 years from now, no way Stephen A. can say he was a Knicks fan.
There's no way you guys can actually sit here, the two of you, who I get it. You guys are from New Orleans. You think it's there everywhere. There's no way that you guys cannot think that the national media is more favorable towards New England teams than they are Miami teams. That's a silly thing to say.
Then
No,
why? Can I
announcers.
ask you this then? Then why does New England Tobin feel the same way you
Because
do?
they have because
All we're
you want to know
saying is
why?
this.
Because Boston is just filled with angst. Like they just like to be angry at everybody. And the facts are they've had one of the sweetest rides in sports now for the last 10 years. And now it's come up its time because their stupid hockey team choked. Their football team has Mac Jones at quarterback. And now their basketball team is about to lose to the Heat. And they want to probably preempt it with, they never wanted us here anyway. The ESPN came out with analytics yesterday. Do you know what they said? Jen, do you want to know what they said?
You are making
Yes,
this
I do.
up because first
swear
of
to God.
all,
I
as
swear to
long
God.
as I've known
JFig
you,
has it. JFig
wait,
has the graphic. Do you know what they said?
as long as I've known you,
Hmm?
as long as I've known you,
Hmm?
you will refuse to ever use analytics.
I'm a big numbers guy.
And now all of a sudden,
I'm a big numbers guy.
this stat better be good, or I'm coming over there.
Dan Day, do you want to know what the national media said?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
ESPN gave the Miami Heat a 3% chance to win the series.
Who cares?
3%.
3%.
So if you have that,
we
how
don't
could
care.
you actually argue that
Wait.
ESPN is sitting here and not rooting for the
Hey.
Boston Celtics?
So you're saying there's a chance?
Not really. Not according to them.
Well,
I'm saying
Wait.
Jimmy
Let me ask you a question. You understand who you're talking to, right? I was the 97% once.
You can tell the morning story again.
I was the 97%, and we lost. You think I give a rat's ass about percentages or whatever? Don't play the game then. Just send them to the finals. Do you think the Heat are going to win?
Of course. But I'm not giving you an
Why-
official
then
prediction. Yet.
why does the percentage matter? Please.
But that's the funny
No,
thing
no,
about
no.
it.
If you think the Heat are going to win,
Mhm.
who cares what the percentage is?
97%.
Who cares?
But like, how could that's? But going back to my point,
goodness, you
how?
are-
No. Hear me out. You started this segment, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to end you boxed in. You started this segment saying
Wait,
everybody
first
feels
of
the same
all,
way.
you don't get to determine that, and you don't predetermine what's funny, what's boxed in, and what's -1. You can't do it before it happens.
Sure, I can.
So you put it out there. If the powers that be determined that I'm boxed in, fine. You don't get to decide.
I'm deciding.
I don't know.
Great.
You
Here's my point. You started this segment saying everybody should feel the way that you do, or everybody feels the way that.
No.
Fine, everybody feels the way you do in every market.
right,
Okay.
right.
I started today saying I drove in today, big mistake, listening to WEEI.
Right.
They're claiming ESPN is against them,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous when I have numbers from ESPN that gives them 97% chance to win the series. Asinine take, boxed in,
No, it's
-1
not.
for SAS.
It's not.
You boxed in,
It
dude.
still
You
doesn't
boxed
change.
in.
And that's-
Uh,
It still doesn't change that for a person who's never lived outside of Florida feeling that way. But from a person that's lived all over the country, I see you everywhere. I'm telling you, every fan base feels they got screwed in some way.
Are you trying to
Wyoming
say?
Cowboys.
Are you trying to say you consume more sports media than I do?
No,
Because
I'm not-
I consume way
I'm-
more than you do.
I'm not saying that.
I'm out here,
Do
ears
you-
to the ground.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That I have lived in different states. And in every state that I have lived in, there's been somebody like you complaining about no respect. They all do it. All fan bases do it. They all do it.
But you lived in Cleveland. Why would that get respect?
How about Minnesota?
Minnesota felt like they got no respect.
Yep.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you.
Get out of here. Who, Meat Sauce at K-Fan?
How's that?
That's the host up there. Meat Sauce. I told you I consume a lot of sports radio.
But I'm just saying, everybody feels like they got slighted.
Yeah, but only one of them's right. And that's me.
And I'm sure that Minnesota Tobin is saying all of them are wrong except me. Like, you don't think that you think.
Why would Minnesota Tobin get respect? He roots for Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We're one boxed into none here to start the show. Beating Leroy. Fantastic. Don't sing your way through it. We're giving you a chance to get a photo op with Tua and an autograph. Courtesy of Hollywood Collectibles. For your chance to win, text the word quarterback to 20357. That's the position Tua plays. Quarterback.
If you don't know that, you're probably not going to go and sign up for an opportunity to take a picture with him, you idiot.
Fair point. Text quarterback to 20357. You could win that jersey and that photo op. If you don't win, you can still meet Tua. All you got to do is go to HollywoodCollectibles.com. Get your tickets. It starts on Saturday. Hollywood Collectibles is on Sterling Road in Dania Beach. And that signing photo op will be Saturday at noon to see the adorable, awesome quarterback for the Dolphins. Are you excited, Leroy? We officially have the schedule for the Panthers.
There's only one thing that excited me about this. One, I always wondered what Radko Gudas sounded like. And I heard him with Joe.
Joe had Radko Gudas on today?
Yes.
Wow, jealous.
Whoa, how was that?
Yes. And
Did he sound like a menace on the phone?
Dude, he's got the accent.
Yeah, where's he from? Is he from is he Czech?
Yes. And I think he's
he's Czech.
And then he said, but he didn't say it. He said the name, the butcher, is really cool in his language, but he didn't say it.
Oh.
So now
now you want to know how to say butcher in Czech?
Yeah.
Butcher.
They don't speak Czech. What is it called?
Czechoslovakian?
No.
Well, it's not that area anymore. It's all like divided. I don't know what the language is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not Czech. Czech is not a language.
What is the word Czech?
I don't know how we find ourselves in positions
No, there's
to
Czech.
let
It
people.
says Czech language.
Okay.
Why are you lashing out at me?
Okay.
No.
Czech is
You were taking a wild stab at it, you idiot. You didn't know.
Okay. Well, first of all, I did know because
No,
I
didn't.
knew that
You
he was
got it.
Czech.
No, you
And then I
got
said,
it.
what
Wait.
is he saying?
No,
Czech.
you got it right. You didn't know.
Oh, I knew, dude.
When we started, you said, I don't know.
So what did he say? So do we have what is Czech butcher in Czech?
I don't know.
Riznik.
Oh, Riznik.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That just sounds like a menace.
he does sound like a menace.
But yeah, he's and he's into
Fighting?
no,
Oh.
he's into Jennifer music.
Excuse me?
Like he's into heavy metal.
Oh, of
I
course.
was like, what?
So his intro music.
Yeah,
like,
not shocking.
As
If you-
it should be.
I feel like to soothe himself, he listens to like Death Blow. A very tough day at office, punching people in face. Let me listen to a little Death Blow or Skull Crusher.
Maybe some I Hate God or Goat
Yeah,
Whore.
exactly,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
but, yeah.
Goat Whore. That's Leroy's favorite New Orleans heavy metal band.
That's an actual band from New Orleans, Goat
That's my
Whore.
favorite heavy metal band. Goat Whore.
Wow. I want to hear some Goat Whore today.
No,
Can we get some Goat
I
Whore on
think
the
one
show?
of my favorite New Orleans groups is the Revitalists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got a new song called Boy.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Radko Gudas. Go check him out on the Odyssey app. He was on with Joe Rose today. Sounds like a banging
sounds-
interview.
He sounds like he punches people in the face for a living.
Yeah.
Like he just won the slap championship of the world. Right? That's like
He could win Power Slap.
power slap.
Give you some headlines here brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Game
You
one.
know, we're friends, right?
Sure.
Anytime we do this, you mind giving me a heads up?
You know what to do. I'm not worried about it. You always have that truck in hand. Game one of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Cats and Hurricanes will be on Thursday.
That's a long break for
Long break.
but that's
You-
all right because here's why. You had two choices. You could either do it on Tuesday or you could do it on Thursday. But kudos to the powers that be for not doing it on Wednesday
Right.
because the Heat.
That's
played
all
on
we were
Wednesday.
worried about.
And it seems to me that you're up and coming down here. Fans are starting to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing you could do is play those games.
It would have been so stupid.
Right.
It would have been so stupid.
Now,
So-
who adjusts? Hockey has to adjust to basketball, right?
Well, it's just every other day. So it's
No, but I'm saying if you look at a schedule,
yeah, for sure.
you call basketball to see when they're scheduling, and you go off of them. You don't call the NBA and say, "Hey, we're playing this game this time."
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it
right.
because I mean, honestly, I think it probably just goes on who has the bigger TV deal. It's kind of similar.
And
to
football trumps everything.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Football doesn't care because remember they at one point
tried to
they
steal
didn't
Christmas.
care. Remember at one point they didn't care. They didn't want to bump heads with college. That ship has sailed.
So yeah, game 1 Thursday, game 1 for the Heat tomorrow. We'll get more into it coming up in 15 minutes. Here we'll hear a little bit of the from Spo, some of the players after practice today, and one other note: Marlins. They are back in action tonight, taking on the Washington Nationals. Jesus Luzardo on the hill. First pitch is set for 6:40. Take a break. 15 minutes of Heat is next.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, your home for Miami Heat basketball, Florida Panthers hockey. We got a whole lot of Eastern Conference Finals games coming up this week, starting tomorrow night. As the Heat going up to that hellhole in Boston, the TD Garden. 8:30 is your tip-off from Beantown. So what is that, a 7:15 preheat with Solana? I think I got that right. What's up, man? Why you give me that look? What? Why are you staring at me like that? All right, it's just like that today, huh? It's just going to be like that. Heat will be back on the practice floor in about 15 minutes as they will do one final tune-up.
Boots on the ground?
Oh, I'm here.
Never stopped you before.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I'm just going to be annoying today.
I don't understand what you're doing, though.
What do you mean?
Why would I be boots on the ground on a practice in 15 minutes? I'm here.
It's right down the street.
I mean, but what do you want me to come, like, take off the 12 o'clock hour to go to the practice?
You can jog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get somebody from practice. I don't know. Put the bat signal out, but I don't like to jinx stuff. We'll see.
You know, if you know they're going to give you Kyle Lowry or Kevin Love. That would just be awesome.
I would love that. But Kyle Lowry's my guy. Talk to those guys all the time.
You know what's funny?
No dog likes me.
You knew that when you have to understand when we did media day, I could not wait to get to Kyle Lowry to tell him all the crap he was saying about him. Right? Kind of like you did me with Bam.
Some friend.
Kind of like you did me with Bam.
Well, Bam had heard
stuff. No.
He had already known.
Then why'd you co-sign it? That's what he does, Bam.
He brought it up.
No.
Not me. I wouldn't throw you under the bus and be like, let me tell you something, Bam. This Leroy. He knew.
Wait a minute. You wouldn't throw me under the bus, but you co-signed it.
Well, he was the initial bus thrower. Like, he was driving the bus, and then I was like, oh, you're right. Threw you in there. But I wouldn't bring it up unsolicited. Be like,
and then,
you hear about this
so
Leroy?
I couldn't wait till we got to talk to Kyle Lowry. And the old semantic samurai start talking about golf.
Yep.
And we just started talking about golf and forgot about
Tricked
it.
you.
Yep.
And then this year, had a lot to talk to Kyle Lowry about because he was at the UFC facility. And I didn't think he was going to be there. But then, so I was like, oh, yeah, you can go. Because we had already banked, like, I don't know, every other player.
Yeah, every other player.
So then I was like, oh, guess what? Leroy Low Dog showed up like literally 2 minutes after Leroy left. It was crazy. Great chat. That's my guy.
Did y'all guys do a workout together?
No, but we talked about it. We talked a little UFC. It was a great time. It was a great time. He's a very charming fellow. And I didn't know he was hurt this year.
That didn't stop you, though.
I thought he was just old.
Did it? You're the worst. Dude, you're the worst. I thought he was just old. But I get a -1 if I call you D old.
Yeah, -1. Yeah, don't do that. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. Don't do that. Don't call UD. Any UD slander results in -1.
5 years older than Kyle Lowry. You
care.
call Kyle Lowry old.
Yeah, you can't.
It doesn't matter, Dan. Them's the rules. He doesn't get to skate.
You can't knock UD after what you see John Morant doing. You think he'd be doing that if UD was on his team?
No.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Yo, everybody had that guy. If you did something, you had to deal with.
Let's hear a little bit from Erik Spoelstra. Heat did practice yesterday, and Erik Spoelstra had some interesting things about the Heat journey. He said at one point this year they went through hell and got here.
I'm not. No, we have a very motivated group. No, I don't see a need for that. I think that's been played out. We're looking forward to the challenge, this year and the opportunity that we have, right in front of us. I wish I could have scripted this or told the team the first day of training camp that, hey, we're going to go through a lot of stuff this year. And sometimes it's going to feel like we're in, basketball hell. But we're going to get tougher and stronger from all these experiences. It's going to bring us closer together. And then at the end of the day, we're going to face Boston in the conference finals. So just stay with it. There'll be a lot of bumps along the way.
A lot of bumps.
I wish I could have said that, the first day of training camp.
Kind of ruins the surprise, though, doesn't it?
You know what you sound like when you said that? The Chuck commercial.
I
How many
wanna be
championships we
surprised.
gonna
I
win?
love that
Wait,
commercial.
don't tell me. I want to be surprised.
I love young Chuck.
Oh, you're gonna be surprised. That might have been the funniest.
Do you think like if somebody could have come from the future and told Bam and Jimmy after any Hornets game, been like, hey, don't worry, fellas, you'll be there.
But see, here's the difference between somebody telling them that and what they believe. They really believed they were going to come out of this. Like, they never wavered. Like, everything was mellow. Nobody got upset. Oh, we need to do this. Everybody was like.
They can say that now, but I remember the relief on Spo's face the night they beat the Bulls. And that, let me tell you, I watched Pat Riley that entire night. Pat Riley was on edge in that Bulls game. And when the look of relief on his face when they made the playoffs, you could just tell, all right, we're in. And I do believe, like, look, they just won in. They wanted to compete. Spo's been doing this whole Marines thing that he's, just put us in there, let us compete. That's been his new Spoism. It's not the test, it's parachutes. We'll get to that. He brought it up again yesterday. But they can shoot. Yeah. Drop us off with parachutes.
What is SEAL team?
That's exactly what it is. He's looking at the Heat as Marines. Here is Spo on his parachutes.
Yeah, our guys love to compete. We got our parachutes ready. We love competing in front of our home fans, but the guys equally love being in a hostile, competitive environment on the road and playing against great competition. There's deep respect for the Celtics and, what they've been able to do. Our guys like to take on these kind of challenges. So wish we could start tomorrow, but, we got time.
Spo chomping at the bit. Why are you looking like that? You look a little defeated because Spo said parachutes. You don't see Bam Adebayo just jumping out?
Whee! Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
I would never do that.
Right.
No interest.
And if you did,
this is coming from a guy who likes to be in the water.
And if you did, right? The phrase "we" would not be yelled jumping out of a perfectly good plane.
JV, you ever skydived?
No, but it's on my list.
It's okay.
Really? I got a lot of things
Dan
on
Day,
my
you look
list.
like you've skydived. Do you skydive?
It's definitely on my list.
No, he's like a giant windsock.
He's a
They wouldn't, how would he be able to
You've
land?
never skydived?
What?
No, man, look
He's
at
like
me.
He's like a baby windsock.
You look like somebody who would skydive. Like
Dude,
you look like
they
a
would
risk
drop
taker.
him out of a plane and he would end up in Jamaica.
Yeah, I'd float for
like,
a while.
You know those little flowers that just when it gets to like the spring and they just blow all over the place?
Also, I'm pretty sure they check your sobriety when you get on a plane before you jump off of it.
Oh, really? That
True.
seems like something you need to be
But
drunk.
when you first skydive, you're not allowed to do it yourself, right? Like, don't you have to be like in one of those baby
that's
straps?
that's what I want.
Same thing with
That's
scuba
what I
diving.
want. I want a guy tag teaming me on my back.
I don't think I would like
That's
that.
disgusting.
You want a paraglide?
Paraglide?
The paragliding sounds cool.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I've done that.
It's even worse. We used to watch the TV show at the bar we used to eat.
Chive TV?
Yeah, where they used to just jump off cliffs and stuff.
Yeah.
With the little.
I'm not for base jumping.
Dude. First of all,
No way.
you would have to have wings like a 747 to keep you.
Who
I
on
want
the
a paraglide, but what you want to do is hang gliding.
who on the Heat?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, because listen, if I'm jumping out of anything that's perfectly good, the last thing I want to rely on is my grip.
If you had to pick one,
Right,
if you had to pick
right.
somebody on the Heat though that looks like a skydiver, who would you pick?
Skydiver.
Like, are you going intangibles, or do you think like Jimmy would skydive? Because I could see Jimmy skydiving.
No.
Cody Zeller.
That's a big parachute.
That like Cody Zeller. No. I would say Chris Quinn.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Quinn Cat.
Duncan?
Duncan? No.
Too risky.
No, Dunk's just like he just doesn't seem like the action
What
type.
about
of guy.
Strus?
I don't know if Max Strus would. Maybe.
Too cool.
Too cool to skydive.
Cool.
Wow. What about Kevin Love? Kevin Love a skydiver?
No.
Hmm.
No. Why you go through all the intangibles? I already did that in my mind.
And you didn't go with
I
anybody?
didn't go with anybody. That's why I said quick.
What about Tyler
Figure.
Hero?
No.
Hmm. He's trying.
He's trying to do a rap video with Jack Harlow.
Are you interested in the Jack Harlow White Men Can't Jump coming out this week?
No.
Really?
Oh, that's why.
No, it's Friday.
Is he gonna be the new White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's weird.
Who's
I don't know.
Some no-name actor. I don't know who it is.
really?
It's my favorite movie of all time, so I'm excited about the reboot and scared at the same time.
I gotta tell you, man, Rosie Perez.
Cool.
I mean,
Cool.
listen,
Go on.
she has some talent in that movie, but then when she did Harley Quinn,
Big boxing fan, Rosie Perez.
yeah, time been kicking her ass.
Wow. I still love her.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food. Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is where you guys could watch us and join in on the chat. And, of course, you can listen to us on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. And follow 560 WQAM. Follow the Tobin and Leroy Show. And get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms. Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
We got
Microphone on, Leroy. Don't lash out, dude.
I mean, what
It's
is
right
it?
there in front of you.
Is it do it yourself?
It's got a red light
Do it
right there.
yourself,
I
Rick?
turn on my microphone.
Okay, fine. It's a heater. It's probably 85 degrees out there.
Tough
Light winds, which makes it even hotter.
Tough day
Feels
for
even
the
hotter.
Knicks. Tough day to be out there.
Oh, yeah. Winds are light, very light. Look, no clouds are moving, no trees, no nothing.
almost
I'm
2
still gonna
o'clock.
say it's out of the east because this time of year, the winds are usually out of the east in the morning, and then as you get further out west, it pushes back. Other than that, I would say just looking at the sky, probably gonna get some evening showers with the heat, the humidity, and the clouds not moving. Yeah.
By the way, got a cool giveaway for today. Got a 4-pack of tickets to the Air and Sea Show. J-Fig, she is giving you a chance to win. How about that?
Are you?
Yep.
Yes, I am.
I was
See,
not invited.
She well, this is the thing about J-Fig. She loves flight. If it's not birds, if it's machine, she's all for it. So she wants to give you a chance to see the Hyundai Air and Sea Show plus U.S. Military Salute Fest this Memorial Day weekend, May 27th and 28th on Miami Beach. The greatest show above earth showcases the men, women, and technology and equipment from all 5 branches of the United States military. For more information, visit usasalute.com before
Call
the end of
J-Fig.
or call
Call me.
J-Fig,
Let me
who
know.
also has her parachute ready, like Spo said.
That's true.
Parachute's ready, dude.
That is true.
So here's the deal. They don't do it in Fort Lauderdale anymore.
I don't know. It's Miami.
I don't know if it was.
This
No,
one-
I know. Huh?
Was it ever in Fort Lauderdale?
It was always in
It was.
Fort
I think it was always in Fort Lauderdale, but now it's.
in Miami. No,
it's
I'm just
Well,
like,
because now I am giving the tickets, so it has to be closer to me. So
no, I'm just curious.
Hmm.
Like they can move it just right down, just 15 minutes down the road, right?
Yeah.
But I used to enjoy like the week before because they take off and land in Fort Lauderdale. I could see the jets practicing coming over my house.
You want some goosies?
Sure, I'm always a big fan of goosies.
All right. Well, let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. J-Fig knows birds, and Tobin knows silly.
That's right.
sauce.
Erik Spoelstra likes parachutes. J-Fig likes parrot shoots.
I guess.
Killed the bird.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Dude, yes, you did. Anyway, new Dolphins rookie tight end, Elijah Higgins. The Dolphins coaches.
Oh my God! Please don't do this. I don't know.
Why?
Because I already told.
Why do you dismiss what I haven't even said what they're doing yet?
I don't care. They're not playing football.
Well, they're tuning up for football. Guess what they got the rookie doing?
Why do you fall for this every summer?
Dude, guess what they got him doing?
Every summer.
Guess what they got
You
him
are
doing?
5 months away
Guess
from
what they got him
football.
doing?
What?
Watching tape of George Kittle.
Can I just tell you, I could watch tape with Jim Brown. It don't mean I was going to play football like him. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's just exciting.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? They're going to try and mold this rookie. Mold him, dude. Elijah Higgins could be the next George Kittle.
You think it's that easy?
So
I don't
you
know.
think
it's
kid
easy.
watching Michael
so
Jordan?
NFL player,
Mm.
but let's pick a play. You
Mm.
know what? You know what? I'm going to go watch some tape with Jordan. I'll be dunking.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Mike McDaniel didn't coach Michael Jordan. He coached George Kittle. You know? That's why it's a little special there, Day. Like, don't dismiss it. It's a thing, dude.
Can I just say, you get far too worked up over nothing.
No, that's not true. It's not true. This kid, I mean, he could be the whole Kittle caboodle.
Dude.
He was a 6th round pick.
What?
Minus
Quickly.
one. Quickly.
Quickly.
-1.
What did you just
Took out a board that nobody used. Why did I get a -1?
You know what? Stop. I'm not even. You're like, if you have to ask, you know why. You knew you were going to get the -1. That's why you start laughing before it came out. Look, I appreciate that what they're trying to do, but that crap ain't gonna matter.
Why not?
Because he ain't playing football yet.
Hmm.
And if he had a chance to be George Kittle, his ass wouldn't have been drafted in the 6th round.
Hmm.
How about that?
Where was George Kittle drafted?
3rd round?
I have no idea.
It's got to be higher than the 6th.
Let's see.
But I'm just saying.
As a converted wide receiver from Stanford.
All right. Well, how about this one, boys? About to apologize.
No, I'm not.
George Kittle,
Yeah.
5th round pick. How about that? So
No.
why,
We're not playing.
dude?
We're not playing summer football. That's what I'm gonna start.
I'm not
calling
playing
this.
summer football.
You're
All I'm
playing
saying is
summer
they got
football.
him looking at Kittle tape.
Dude. So here's what I've had to deal with since the offseason. Tua taking judo,
Jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu, judo. Okay,
It's different.
Okay, great. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody watching film of George Kittle,
That's right. Elijah Higgins.
Elijah Higgins.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, and I think he cares because he cried on the draft. Do you remember when he got drafted? He was crying. Ooh, you know, like that guy cares.
Care more than other guys?
I don't know, but it just seems like it seems like he's going to take
Because
this Kittle film
can
seriously.
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why does all of the other stuff excite you more than the actual activities? that
Because
the
like
guys-
when they signed 2 tackles yesterday who were former 1st round picks, I'm like, well, they're former 1st round picks and they're free agents. Doesn't excite me. I'm like, hopefully one of them, you know, helps in a pinch, but like, I don't care. You know, I like to hear things flashy.
I got to tell you, if you look around football,
Mhm.
there's more 1st round linemen that get moved around quickly than 1st round skill positions. You're more inclined to hang on to a skill position a little bit longer because you can see the talent. An old lineman that struggles, they don't even get to that 4th year.
Yeah.
So why are we drafting? While everybody's talking about not drafting running backs and not doing this and not doing that, why the hell are we taking offensive linemen in the 1st round? Because now we just got some leftovers.
I don't know.
Anybody talk about that? No. Nobody talks about that. Why do we consistently draft offensive linemen in the 1st round only to be cut 3 years later? At least I know a fast guy going to be fast for a long time.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says Tobin is Elijah Biggins. Bastard Schmeeth.
Nobody talks about this. I don't understand. You turn on TV, you listen to more sports talk than anybody. Why does nobody talk about this? Why does nobody talk about all the
It's not
failures
exciting.
at offensive linemen?
It's not exciting.
Because guess what? They'll pick 5 or 6 offensive linemen next year, and we'll hear about 1. So why?
I don't know.
Nobody seems to know.
I don't know.
Nobody can answer me this question. But everybody want to grab an offensive lineman in the first round. It's stupid because it's more important that you have the same crew for a long period of time, not where they were drafted. Because I can go through all my offensive lines, right? I maybe had one first rounder on the offensive line. The other guys were guys who were groomed for that position.
Yeah, didn't Kansas City, when they won their Super Bowl, they had like one first round offensive
Right.
lineman? Everybody else was like,
right.
late.
But I don't know if football is so cyclical. Why isn't that? Why do we overlook that? Don't draft a running back. Let's go get an offensive lineman to see him go belly up in 3 years.
Well, I think we're hoping, I think the hope is, but I just don't know how much faith everybody has, is we have no idea if Austin Jackson can get through a season.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it. We're in the same boat.
Same boat. Dude.
We're in the same boat. Everybody got excited because we draft. Look, all the fans get excited. Ooh, they paid attention to offensive line. They draft offensive line in the first round. It doesn't matter. It's about the reps together, not about where you were. Okay? Every offensive line I played with, we had two guys, right? One guy was strong as an ox, but didn't have any idea what he was doing. You used to have to tell him, hey, to your left.
Jeez.
Yes. But guess what? If he got his mitts on you, it was over. That guy wasn't drafted high. But when it was time to fight, we were all getting behind him. Even if he didn't know what to do. He gonna hit something.
George Middle.
I know one thing you don't want to ever be called. As you get older, you might be called George Dribble.
Take a quick break. We're back after this.
The
at noon. There'll be photo ops, autographs. Get your tickets now at HollywoodCollectibles.com. Some breaking news. Woj bomb during the break. The 76ers have dismissed coach Doc Rivers. So after losing to the Boston Celtics and dropping a 3-2 lead, Doc Rivers let go. And apparently a lot of the reports afterwards were him and James Harden not on great terms. So we go to the source, Doc Rivers. Your reaction to being let go by the 76ers?
How the hell you want me to coach somebody that scored 13 points in a quarter? That ain't coaching.
I
could put it all. I could put all the things you want on the chalkboard. 13 points.
He's right. You're right, Doc.
You got an MVP and a former MVP, and they scored 13. Now, I'm not going to put it on them, right? Those things happen. But I'm sure as hell not going to let you put that on me. You go coach James Harden.
I wonder.
You know what? I coach James Harden. Here's what I get. Dribble.
And Doc, you let him go to Vegas to cool off before the series. You let him pull a Rodman, and this is how he rewards you? Ridiculous. I like how that turned into a thing. Like Doc Rivers let him go to Vegas before the Celtics series. Like James Harden was like, I'm going to Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, he's not his dad. He can't tell him what not to do.
I mean, think about this. Some players take their own planes.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy does it.
Sometimes he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't stay with the team. He stays at like an Airbnb on the road.
Right. So
a nice one. He just did this vlog. I know a lot of people were chatting about this. He put out this vlog on the Buck series. That guy lives life. I mean, it looks like he's having a fun time between kicking ass on basketball court. Went to a Morgan Wallen concert. Met him before the beating at Miller Park.
Who's that?
He's a big country artist.
The one that we were talking about that canceled his show right before going on.
By the way, you got a bat in the cave.
Do I? Is it now gone?
No, it's gone.
All right,
So
cool.
professional.
I mean, but like, no, I'm just saying.
No, I appreciate it. I don't want him staying there.
With his nose, it's a big ass bat.
He's right about that.
I didn't notice
Like
it.
the bats in this cave are like those those fruit bats.
No, it looked
Those
like
giant flying foxes.
Looked like you had a mango hanging out of your nose.
Be careful with those.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, don't want to get no mango syrup on you.
They just keep getting riper too on that tree.
Come on, dude. Hey, bring me some.
I don't want to get sick.
You can't touch them.
Put gloves on, you moron.
I don't trust it.
And then put it in a bag.
Do you want all those mangoes? I'm very scared.
I'll make.
I have so many mangoes.
I made mango smoothies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got the smoothie.
Oh,
you got
dude.
Leroy's Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Hey, I'm almost ready for a bowl game. I made some. Guess what I made on Sunday for
Mango
Mother's Day?
daiquiris.
No, I had some hurricane mix,
Oh,
and I made hurricanes.
call that Kool-Aid in New Orleans.
Yeah, let me tell you, there's only one other drink that sneaks up on you like hurricanes: Tito's.
No,
It is a
Tito's
sneak
goes
attack.
down. Tito's sneaks up on. Who
Tito's
is it?
and lemonade.
Tito's.
because it's triple distilled. That's why.
Lemonade.
So good.
No, but hurricanes do that too. I didn't even use 151.
Oh,
I just used regular rum.
Dan Day, can I get Max Strus from practice yesterday? Max was saying that, listen, last year still stings. They think about it. That's what he had to say after the Heat got done practicing, getting ready for game one, which is Wednesday. You could hear that on WQAM. Strus got loose on the mic.
We all think about it still. We were that close, and now we're that close again to be in that same position. So, we're like I said, we're ready and can't wait to get started on Wednesday.
Goosies. He also hates the Celtics because they let him go. Revenge Strus series.
Ooh,
Do you think that they'll let? I just want to know this. Do you think that the referees will allow the 3-pointers that he makes to stand, or will they do corrupt erasing of points like they did?
and we don't hear
later?
this from every fan base.
No, I just wanted to know. Well, this has only happened once in the history of basketball where they do 5 minutes later just taking points away out of the ether. I'm just curious.
You know what I would say?
Hmm?
Not have it go down to one shot.
Listen, it's a novel concept that you say, but let's say if I make a 3 and they steal it from me, didn't I also execute a area. Now I have to win games by 6 points instead of 3. So while your logic is noble, also flawed.
I hear you giggling. I just like, man.
What?
Are you like this at home?
What do you mean?
You see, that means yes.
What I hear from Caleb Martin too is the series is upcoming. They're excited to get their hands on the Celtics again.
It's going to play a big role into it. Obviously, we're familiar with them and they're familiar with us, and obviously we'll have a lot of film to hash through to kind of see what those adjustments will be. And they're playing a couple guys and not playing a couple guys that we were used to last year, so that's going to change a little bit. But I feel like, once we go through the film and go through that, we'll recognize the things that we need to do, and we just keep playing how we've been playing and staying confident. We should be in good shape.
Much bigger role for Caleb Martin than this playoff run than there was last year, especially. I don't think he played Game 7 last year.
Who?
Caleb Martin.
No. Wow.
So now you think about what he's bringing to the table here. A healthy Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love. I mean, there are just different elements to this, and then obviously Jimmy and Bam, head of the snake.
Can I just say something real quick? Because they say I'm not a Heat fan. That's not true. But if I talk like Tobin, y'all be looking at me like you looked at old boy who said it was because of the humidity. I can't let myself go there.
What do you mean?
Like Jalen.
Yeah, I understand, but what would you say that? Like, why would you go?
If I spoke like you did, I would no.
Because why you think you're Looney Tunes? It would just
no,
sound
I can't be like you. Yeah, I can't.
Why?
I can't do Looney Tunes.
I think you can.
No, I can't.
I think you can.
No,
you don't always have to rein me in. Sometimes you can come along for the party.
No, I can't do Looney Tunes. I can't. What if Jalen was trying to do? Jalen Rose was trying to do.
I don't know what he was trying to do.
Okay,
I don't know what he was trying to do.
It only takes one comment, and we totally look at Jalen Rose differently.
I do look at him different, and it disappoints me because I really like Jalen Rose. I really do.
You need a beverage or something, dude?
Listen, I'm sorry. You just got me worked up again.
Why come? Question.
Yeah.
How come every time you get worked up?
Yeah.
You phlegm up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got that nervous phlegm going?
No, I don't feel nervous at all.
Hmm.
We're just relaxed, baby.
All right.
You know?
But I can't have fun, but I can't be the initiator of that. Because then everybody will look at me like they look at Jalen Rose.
I think you're wrong. Though. I think people are waiting for you.
Me and Jalen Rose cannot make eye contact.
I don't think that's
with
true.
Comments like
I don't think that's true. I feel like if you just let yourself go and
even if I let
embrace,
myself go, it won't go there.
I think it will.
No, it won't. It won't. It won't because.
But we agree on most.
As a player.
Since you saw, hold on, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Since you saw the error of your ways, and in the first round, when you said Jim VP wasn't enough, and I was right and you were wrong, but since then, you and I have been samesies. You just try and paint it with I don't know what the word is, a more logical brush, if you will.
Let's not let logic get in the way.
But you and I have both agreed. We thought they were going to beat the Knicks.
Yes.
You beat Vlad. You got his bet.
Yep.
Okay. You and I both. I'm not going to be
not
official.
I can only do. Oh, you know what? Vlad's getting screwed.
Why is that?
Because I can't even go cheap on him because he don't come the day after they play.
Ah.
So he got to go full price, baby.
But we both think they're going to beat the Celtics.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I don't understand.
Here.
We're not that different.
Here's what
We're not that different.
Here's what the first 2 rounds have done for me. Whatever you think, you can't bet against the Heat simply because of the run that they're on, right? And I said before the playoffs started, you're asking me to have faith in something I haven't seen for 6 months, and I can't do it. And so that's why I didn't think it had nothing to do with being a fan, right? I am a fan of the Miami Heat. I also like to be right. So I take the information I have. I give my opinion. Just because my opinion is not necessarily for the Heat, don't mean I don't like the Heat. Don't mean I don't want the Heat to win. But you asked me to pick the Heat based on something I hadn't seen all year. A fan does that. So,
Man with faith does that.
man, I have faith in God, not sports. I
Faith-
played sports. I barely had faith with the guys I played with.
Faith
You think
is-
I'm just going to take a blind leap of faith in somebody I don't play with?
Faith is belief in the absence of proof.
So if your team sucks, you still believe in them?
No,
But
he
they didn't
doesn't.
suck. They
No,
just
he doesn't.
clearly
No,
weren't
he
playing up to
doesn't.
standard.
Because when they
You're
were
right.
playing bad, he was calling everybody on the team a bum.
You're right. So I was called
Right. So now all of a sudden,
if
now all of a
anything,
sudden he says he had all this.
no.
I've been with you all year. You know this, right?
Mhm.
And I saw you come in here calling everybody bums.
when they deserved it.
That doesn't sound like faith.
Well, when it ultimately came down to it, though, I picked him against the Bucks.
Okay.
So
You picked him based on nothing but
Jim VP,
no.
which was
Your fandom.
it's literally the best analysis I've ever had because Jim VP turned into the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. 56 points in a game 4 to put a death grip on the series. And you keep going back to saying, well, you're just a blind fan. Maybe so, but I was right. Because my only analysis
You
was
can still-
Jim VP.
You can still be right and give blind faith. Right? You go, yeah, okay, you were right. I don't dispute that.
Yeah, but you say I'm right, like disgruntled. Like
No. I don't say you're right. Here, I say you were right, but your analysis was based on nothing but being a fan.
What does that mean, though?
What does it mean? It's like you're a fan of Jimmy, you're a fan of the Heat. I'm picking my team regardless.
But you've also said that I have, that I follow this team more than the other pundits out there.
Let's ask this: Who
You-
had FAU going to the Final Four outside of South Florida?
Nobody.
Why? And why did people in South Florida have FAU going to the Final Four? Because they watched it
But
all the time, or
here's
they
why
were a
that's not
fan?
here's why that's not apples to apples though, Dan, is because FAU's never been to the Final Four. Jim VP has now been to his 3rd conference finals with the Heat.
I understand here. I understand everything you're saying. And my only argument to what you are saying, and has been the whole time, you're asking me to have faith in something I haven't seen, and they've been playing basketball for
No, you
5
didn't see
months.
it this year.
This year, right?
This year.
Exactly.
But you've literally seen
Every
this in
year's
this.
different.
This guy's done nothing but do this in his Heat career.
Every year is different, though.
Yeah, but the results have been the same. I know what you're trying. Like, I get what you're trying to
No,
say.
I'm not. It's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying exactly what I want to say.
Okay.
You are asking me to believe something
Let me
that
ask you
I
this.
haven't seen
Okay,
them do
well, let me ask you
in
this.
5 months.
Let me ask you this. If they did the same thing next year, let's say they're a kind of above 500 team, they're a 4 seed, but Jimmy and Bam, let's just say same roster,
Mhm.
you wouldn't have more faith that they can get it going in the playoffs now? Like, doesn't that kind of get erased? If he keeps doing it.
But here, understand this. Last year they were the 1 seed. The year before that, they were like what, the 4 seed?
5 seed.
5 seed. They were never in the play-in.
Yeah, but the play-in, they were like,
No.
the play-in was the difference of 2 games.
They lost the game in the play-in.
It's fine.
And you're still saying that they'll get it together. If they didn't get it together, it took them 2 games to get it together then.
Once you saw that run and against the Bulls in the last 3 minutes, you knew that something had changed in Jimmy Butler.
So why didn't he do that against Atlanta?
I don't know. Doesn't matter though, does it?
You see what I was like? It like I get.
Maybe they wanted the Bucks matchup. Do you ever think about that? Chestnut checkers. Pretty savvy move, you ask me. You take out the head the giant right away.
You do like the matchup against Budenholzer.
Oh yeah, he stinks.
Terrible coach.
He's not the coach anymore. He's going to be the coach of Philly.
Budenholzer?
It's,
maybe.
it's on the list.
You already have the list.
Yeah, they put it up
Yeah,
already.
they've already put it up.
Monty Williams.
It's just complete coaches carousel.
Yep,
Everybody
that's
just
exactly
moving
what- and-
around.
And Sam Cassell's the only new name.
First of all, you need somebody that's going to bring some and put some heart in that or in some fight. You know what I mean? Like they need.
Isn't that what Doc Rivers was supposed to do?
Hell, I tried. The only thing that was missing on this team is lemon pepper Lou. Got everything else.
Sneaky Rick says this does not sound like somebody who's a Heat fan. I know Leroy's a Heat fan, but I feel like he's always just trying to box me in.
I think you guys don't understand as a player how I think about things comes from a player's perspective. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not a fan. It just means that how I look at sports is different than Tobin. Tobin can take blind leaps of faith.
That's not fair, though. I didn't take a blind leap of faith.
You've been picking Heat and 5 for 7 years.
I've been more right than wrong.
And that's all you get. Like, that's a blind leap of faith.
But I've been more right than wrong.
Okay.
I was only loud wrong 1 year.
How many championships have they won?
They've won none, but I've been more right. Like they've won more series than they've lost. And one at an asterisk because Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero. Goran Dragic was hurt.
You're telling me that you're the only fan base that talks like this.
Talks like what?
About guys getting hurt, the officials screwed up.
That's
fans everywhere.
Notice when you lose, the injuries are an issue. Tyler Hero hadn't been an issue since we've been winning.
Mm-hmm.
No one says anything. Like,
right. What do you have to say about that?
Tyler Hero wasn't the leading scorer. Goran Dragic was. Tyler Hero had a lot to prove this playoffs. It's not the same. It's a nice try by you guys, but it's not the same. Good show, though. I appreciate you trying to bring it up, but you're ignoring the fact that Goran Dragic was the number 1 scorer on the Heat that year. And Bam was playing with one arm. Shing, shing. Back after this.
Got what you cute.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Time to get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend. Go around the room, say where the damage has been done. Dan Day sitting in the producing chair today. It's great to have you along, Dan. I know they work you a gazillion hours here, so appreciate you sticking with us today. Jay Fig in studio. We're all in studio today. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody together. Before we get to damage is done, I want to let you guys know that it's May. And we decided to continue Dave & Buster's month. We've got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs. Go to WQM.com, enter on the contest page, and if you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card and have a party all on us. Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Leroy, what do you got for damages done today?
So I have a damages done for a friend.
Really?
Yeah. A guy that I followed from Boston to Cali to Philly. If y'all shocked that I can't win with James Harden, the damage is done.
It's true. The damage is done.
Go take all the coaches besides Mike D'Antoni. Who's won with James Harden?
Nobody. I mean, the most anybody's won was James Harden is Scott Brooks. They got to a finals with him when he was a child.
Right. And he was coming off the bench.
He was coming off the bench.
So think of all the things they put me through.
And they got him PJ Tucker this year.
Can I interest you in Ben Simmons?
How is he trolling, Doc? How's he trolling?
Sometimes in life, as a person, you have to be more aware. Ben Simmons, not aware. I don't know why he think we still treating him like a basketball player. He is not a basketball player. But anyway, that's my damages done.
I'm going to stick with the Philadelphia 76ers too. So there was this clip that went, viral from the loss where Joel Embiid was saying, me and James, we can't win it alone. That's why basketball is played 5-on-5. We need everybody. To which, surprisingly, little star-on-star crime here, Damian Lillard responded on Twitter to the clip, and he goes, huh? Because Dame Dollar never does that. That's one thing I respect about Damian Lillard. Yeah. If you want to talk about maybe people who are in the Heat.
Here we go. Here we go.
But task in hand.
Dude, not only is the season not over with yet, but your team is still playing, yet you
did it with Embiid yesterday, so don't blame me.
Huh?
You did it with Embiid yesterday, so don't blame me.
Oh, I just saw it on Twitter. I did.
Oh, so you get to see a Photoshop, and that gets to be your hall
No,
pass?
I didn't do it. It wasn't Photoshop. Somebody worked out a trade.
Anyway, so somebody responds to Damian Lillard, and they try and, cover for Damian Lillard for this hard call out of Joel Embiid, and like, don't fall for media snippets. Here's the full interview. To which Damian Lillard basically says, damage is done, my friend, because his response was, I saw the full, and I love Embiid. I also love their roster. Did I miss, or did you? Basketball talk, not personal. So he doesn't care what the full context of it was. What he was saying is, he's got a nice run. I'm sitting here, Damian Lillard. I'm not in the playoffs every year. They're trying to put children around me. They're trading CJ McCollum left and right. He's got a nice roster. I don't want to hear about 5-5, okay?
But that's just it. I think a lot of times, like, for example, Jordan probably got a lot of coaches fired because he was so good that for some reason everybody else was viewed as a failure playing against a guy that great. The East is really good. And for a team to think with the talent that they have that they just going to be able to find another guy that's going to be able to get them over the Bostons, the Heat. The Knicks are up and coming. Let's not forget Milwaukee, right? That every year you got to compete with those teams. If you come up short, maybe you just weren't the best team.
True.
And we don't ever view it as that. We view it as, oh, they came up short, there was a failure. You're assuming that they were supposed to win. What if Philly's talent puts them right where they end up every year? Whose fault is that? It's nobody's fault. You're just not good enough.
J-Fig, what do you got for damage?
Well, I was looking at the rundown, and I think I've been scarred, and I don't think I want to go to Brazil anymore.
Oh, you saw that story, huh?
So,
Brazil.
Brazil. Apparently, there was a piranha attack, leaving 8 people injured
Piranha.
and tore their legs
Wait.
at a resort.
At a resort in Brazil. Piranhas.
I don't know about you, but I watched the movie Piranha.
You did?
I don't need to watch a movie to know not to get
And
my
I've
ass in
been
that water.
scarred. I don't like it.
You
And
realize who you're
refuse.
talking to. You realize who you're talking
Well,
to.
do you realize coming from me,
Oh, yeah, you're
this is
scared
a
of
big
water?
deal.
Yeah. I mean, they're just little sharks. They ain't gonna
They're
eat you
very
up too.
ferocious. I
know, but not as ferocious as people that got bit by sharks.
Piranha with a respectable 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, although 44% audience score.
No, it's not a great movie, but it was terrifying.
Is it better than Anaconda?
I don't feel like, because if I feel like I'm in a
It's better
river,
than Sharknado,
yeah, because you're always
whatever it's called.
If I was in Brazil, I feel like the things I would fear first, one would be like a bull shark, 2 would be like an anaconda. I don't ever think that the piranhas are really going to come and feast on me. So that's I'm just on a vacation.
Which is worse.
You?
What?
Oh man, they gonna
It's a
call
sneaky attack.
They gonna call over their boys like they going to the Sizzlers.
Boys!
Your big ass get
We got ourselves a buffet over here.
tenderloin.
And apparently they didn't even know until they got out of the water.
Jeez.
And they only felt a shock. So they thought it was one of those fish that have electrical charges. But no, when they saw the blood and everything.
Jeez, no thanks.
Oh, so here's what the piranha get you ready for the shark.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Dan Day, what do you
I
got
don't
for
like it.
damage?
Man, how do I follow that? That's interesting. Okay.
Oh, damn, if you get in that water, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. Say, who ordered the wings? Cajun.
I'm like the celery stick on the side, man. Goodness. My damage is done for the Phoenix Suns. Firing Monty Williams. Monty Williams is a stand-up guy, and I think he's a great coach. He's going to get a job in no time. It's that bum lineup that you have. Devin Booker getting cussed out by Bad Bunny. KD, who outside of when he played with the Golden State, hasn't done that much in the playoffs with all the talent that he has. And then, of course, you traded off any semblance of depth to your team. So the damage is done. It's already done. There's no need to fire Monty Williams.
Did Bad Bunny steal his lady, or is he with the other Jenner?
He already
He stole his
he got with
lady.
Vanessa Hudgens. No, he didn't steal his lady.
Wait, what?
They broke up, and then Bad Bunny started dating Kendall Jenner.
But Kendall Jenner was with Devin Booker, wasn't she? Or was it
Before
Kylie
that,
Jenner?
They broke up, and then Bad Bunny didn't swipe anybody.
So he's like, so they were a lady removed?
Kendall Jenner got more money than all of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Devin
No, not
Booker's
Kendall,
dating
Kylie.
Vanessa Hudgens. He dated
Kylie.
Vanessa
Oh, it's
Hudgens.
Kylie? Okay, Kylie's the mogul.
Kylie's the one that is the billionaire. Either way, they're all rich. But nah, Bad Bunny didn't steal nobody's woman.
All right.
But he still took
He never
shots at
would.
Devin
He
Booker.
never would. Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He had some songs about like the sun doesn't rise and all that stuff.
And then I think he responded to the song on Twitter, right?
Yeah, Devin's kind of stayed out of it, but I'm taking Bad Bunny's side always. I don't like Devin Booker to begin with, so I don't like the Suns to begin
Why do
with.
you like Devin Booker?
I don't like the Suns.
Oh.
I don't like Devin Booker either.
Really?
I'm taking Bad Bunny. I gotta have Bad Bunny's back.
What?
Let me explain something to you. If you found out tomorrow morning that Devin Booker was coming to the Heat, your ass would lie again.
Yeah, but he's not, so I don't like him. Welcome to
if he
sports, dude.
was?
You said that about Kyle Lowry. And now we got a rump roast sitting on
That's
the
my
bench.
guy right there,
Yeah,
Kyle
of
Lowry, dude. I love Kyle Lowry.
I would wonder now as a Heat fan if Nikola Jokic would come to the Heat for some reason. Would everybody change their mind and love him all of a sudden?
Maybe.
He's a good player.
He is a good player. I mean, I didn't like what he did to Markieff Morris, but Markieff Morris isn't here anymore.
I was waiting for that.
You know? Plus, he's going to take Jovic. You have Nikola Jokic and Nikola Jovic. So you got the two Serbian twin towers. I got to tell you something. They're building something with this Jovic, though. I think they're making a Jokic. He's jacked.
Are they going to treat him like a 4 or a 5?
No idea. He can pass, dude. Kid's got some court vision. But task at hand.
And not good enough to crack this lineup.
Not now. He's too young. Too young. Gotta let him.
Dude, he's been playing with grown men more than half of the guys on the team.
Doesn't matter. You got to earn your stripes in the NBA.
Can't earn your stripes if you're not playing.
Take a quick break.
We gonna be practice stripes? Well, what the hell? You can't earn no. Here's what I
Not
don't
true.
get.
Not true. Gabe Vincent.
Here's what I don't get.
Hmm?
Are the Heat one of the only organizations in sports that don't try to give their young guys time or minutes?
Didn't work for the
kind of
Warriors. The Warriors tried to, and he wouldn't do it with James Wiseman. That's why they were rats off a ship.
Maybe he just wasn't good.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't good, but you just asked the team, and then they gave up on James Wiseman in like 2 years.
And he's a big too. He wasn't a skill big.
He didn't play much basketball. Like he played like 2 college games.
Who?
James Wiseman.
Well, I know.
Take a quick break.
Didn't he go to Kansas?
No, he went to Memphis.
Memphis.
And actually, after he left, you know who balled out? Precious. But Precious only balls out against the Heat now. Everybody else, he stinks.
He runs like Napoleon Dynamite.
Take a quick break. Get some cat talk coming up next.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Why?
All right. It's the Bad Bunny theme song. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock here. Tobin and Leroy streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQM. You guys can watch us. Watch the whole show. We'll put up clips there as well. You guys watch clips of Hockman and Crowder. Watch Sports Day. When's Sports Day this weekend, Dan?
It's Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 4.
Damn, 4 hours?
Well, sometimes, like if the game's at like 6 or 7, we'll go like 5-6 hours.
Boy.
We did a 6.5 hour pregame show for the Miami Hurricanes in the Final Four.
Love it. Love it. So
Just turn on, man. Let's go.
Turn it on, dude. Sports Day weekends here on 560 WQAM.
Hey, Vicky, you chilly?
A little.
It looks like you're about to go chop wood.
I know.
Good.
Look like a lumberjane.
Good. I like it.
That's the look you're going for?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys like boats?
Yes, I do.
I do.
You guys could be on your way to the SoFlo Boat Show. Just go to WQM.com, sign up on the RSVP list. We've got 200 tickets. So going to the first 100 people to register, you guys can get tickets to the SoFlo Boat Show at the iconic Miami Marine Stadium this weekend. If you're looking for something to do.
Down there.
A lot of action, dude. A lot of action.
Planes.
We also got some action coming up on Thursday. Cats, Canes coming at you. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's get some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius Party playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Let's go down to the Cats locker room because I'm not allowed there. You guys have banned me. So we will go over to some.
It sucks being the
As we
mush.
should.
Sometimes you gotta just.
I don't accept that I'm the mush, but I accept the anger.
You
want
to talk about facts? Want to talk about facts?
Those were facts. Like,
Okay.
look, I'm not denying what the facts were.
Okay.
The numbers after I talked to Bob this season went down, but they have bounced back, and I feel like we can have a fun time. Joe's talking to Radko Gudas. Why can't we talk to Bobrovsky?
Because Radko Gudas is a head basher. Anybody could talk to him. It ain't gonna change what he does.
It's not fair. That's my guy, Sergey.
Step
Every
anywhere
time you
near
put Sergey in a
Sunrise.
warm and fuzzy feeling to give up 5 goals.
It's not fair. But I'm not going to talk to him. All right, I'm not messing with it.
I'm
Don't
telling
Even
do
though-
it, or
No,
this
we
will
got-
come
we
after
got-
you. This will come after you.
No,
flying down on Sunrise.
dude, look how little those arms are.
Remember when you had to hitchhike because your bike didn't work?
Oh, dude. No.
That's crazy.
Here's the thing. So if you go to a gas station now, the air pumps are different.
Oh, it's there.
So my bike was running low. So I went to a gas station, put all my $17 of coins in, right? I had the little adapter.
Mm-hmm.
I push, nothing. In fact, it let the air out of the tire that I had. So I screwed myself. I should have just stayed on my bike and went home.
So I was gonna say, were you just like low, so you decided to stop by? 'Cause
Yeah.
Usually at home, you just pump up a little bit on your bike.
No, it was, I must have hit something or.
Oh, okay.
and it
Are you
was
still
low.
biking? Like, is that a thing, or you stopped after
No.
the hand?
No, before that, I stopped when it got real windy. Because as you can see, nothing about this says aerodynamic. So I remember one time I was riding my bike and it was so windy that people were like walking by and I'm pedaling full, like wide open. I'm like, all right, we gotta wait for some better weather.
Stun Steve says, if you get close to Sunrise, you're getting a hockey stick to the knees, Tobin.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you.
All right,
And
fine,
that
man.
sounds like it hurts.
That does sound like
a
it
lot.
hurts.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Panthers locker room after practice yesterday. Matthew Tkachuk. Listen, he's been he sees the parallels in South Florida, how cool this is between the Heat and the Panthers. Here is the Panthers star, Matthew Tkachuk.
Very, very, very similar to them. So they come to the rink every day and
that volume, JVig,
like some other
just getting nothing from the Panthers.
I guess
there's
just, like, the
volume.
good times roll. Right?
Not me.
I don't really know if it
Pod up?
has sunk
Is
in
it pod?
or if we're allowing ourselves to let
No?
it sink in. Like we're just
There we go.
just kind of we're gonna. They like it. That's how we like it. So I think watching some of the series, or especially the last series with Jersey, what hurt Jersey was them opening up their game and allowing Carolina to frustrate them. And I think what helps us against a team like Carolina is we play very, very, very similar to them. So we're not going to allow that to happen to us, and we're just going to have to play the same style but better.
You been able to pay attention to the Heat run at all?
I have not. They've played
a lot of
pretty
same
same nights the last series, but hopefully this series coming up will be on different nights. But I mean, in the NHL playoffs, like you're always just watching the other hockey games.
Exactly.
So if we can watch a little bit, I've watched a few in the Boston series, watched a couple of their games, the end of some of their games against Milwaukee. So they're on quite a run too. It's good for South Florida.
Like parallel, like 8 seeds, kind of had frustrating years after great seasons last year. Like, it's just
I think that it just shows
questioning.
it doesn't matter what your team has done in years past. It doesn't matter what they've done in the season leading up to it. If you get going at the right time, that's always the team that you'd want to be.
Why is that a ridiculous line of questioning?
To ask somebody if they're watching the other team when he know damn well they've been playing on the same nights,
Not every night.
and most of the time he's right about one thing. They're more interested in who they're gonna play, so they'll watch the other series.
Counterpoint. A bunch of the Heat players went to the Panthers game.
Yeah,
Gabe Vincent
okay.
was wearing a Panthers jersey.
That's different.
Why is it different?
Hmm?
Why is it different?
Because you can have here, hockey is a niche sport. So other players that play other sports have an interest in it because they probably never been to a hockey game.
The Panthers' best player, Barkov's a huge basketball fan.
No, I not questioning that. What are the chances you have
Some may call
more
Barkey
Heat players Panthers fans or more Panthers players Heat fans?
Honestly, if I had to guess, I'd say it'd be more hockey players liking basketball than basketball players liking hockey.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Really?
I mean, from other countries, they might have no interest in basketball.
Basketball's an international
yeah,
sport.
Barkov's from Finland, as is Lauri Markkinen.
Leroy, how much hockey did you watch growing up in the Ninth Ward?
0.
Exactly. But how much basketball?
Because wait, keep in mind, that's not my fault. It's hockey's fault because there was no hockey on TV.
Well, now there is, and thankfully, alternating nights. Whew! I'm excited. And Tkachuk went to middle school with Jason Tatum. Problem?
Still so odd to me.
It is very odd.
Why?
I don't know. Just random.
You don't.
What a
You don't
strange
put-
parallel crossed together. I feel like Tkachuk
So
is
you think you went to the only school where not 2 of you ended up doing something noticeable?
That's pretty crazy. The 2 guys who are arguably top 5 in the league. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, all right. Say I'm from a small place. New Orleans is very small.
Yeah, but you
So
guys have had
anywhere-
good guys who've gone to school, but it would be like you and it's a ridiculous parallel. But if Pavel Bure went to your school too at the same time, why are you looking at me like that?
I just want the microphone to get away from your face so we can see this look.
Yeah. What's wrong?
You know, the school I went to was an all-black, all-boy Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still going to give me that as a...
That Pavel Bure?
All right. I guess the black and the all Catholic and boy that doesn't...
No Burrays have been to St.
Let me tell you. Can I just tell you?
Mm-hmm.
The only white kids we had at our school was an accident. They were from different places, and they thought they were going to a good Christian school.
Mm.
Right. They didn't know everybody at the school was black.
There was white people in your school?
You didn't have any intangibles?
We had a couple tokens.
Really?
Yeah. They ain't played no sports. They were smart as
obviously.
hell.
Mm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. We had a couple.
Interesting.
Yeah, a couple.
I've never known a white person go to St. Aug.
Right. Like, yeah, man. And not even, we ain't going to even say Pavel Bure. Come on, dude.
Well, I just wanted hockey.
But think of the people I did go to school with. You know who I went to school with?
Carl Weathers.
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson, yeah.
Avery Johnson.
That's a fair parallel.
And I got to tell you, ain't nobody thought he was going to be the highly decorated basketball player leaving there. He was 5'5".
Yeah, wouldn't stop doubling Shaq.
So we had him, Leonard Fournette,
Yep,
Honey Badger.
right.
But
were you and Avery?
wait, didn't the basketball player Kittle? Is it?
Yep. Kerry Kittle.
Kerry Kittle.
Did but who was the classmate with you at the same time?
We had.
Was Avery at the same time as you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was 2 years older than me.
All right, so that's kind of the same.
And then we had Lonnie Martz. He played for Kansas City and Tampa. We had some guys, but it's just keep in mind you're talking about it's a school of 600 kids. Okay, college. Yeah, I went to school with Gupta, Sanjay Gupta, and what's her name? One of the Angels.
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
Lucy Liu?
Lucy Liu.
Oh.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Oh, bitch, she was. I mean,
But there was 60,000 people on campus. Right? So, yeah, you got to be lucky to run into them. Everybody claimed they went to school with me. I'm like, I ain't never seen you a day in my life when I was in Michigan. But I accept it. I get it. You know, some say, oh, I went to school with this person. I went to school with that person. Right?
Yeah,
you
can't do that.
you honestly think that Jason Tatum knew Tkachuk?
They did. No, that's the thing, dude. They knew each other. Like, I'm not making that. They were working on science projects together. There's video that came out. That's what I'm telling you. Leroy.
Well, they were in junior high. So
yeah, junior high, middle
highs
school.
usually aren't that big.
They knew each other. They're friends.
Did science project.
He did just now say he watched some of the Boston series.
Right.
Because he knows Jason Tatum again.
You don't think I'm making you think I'm making this up?
No, I think they went to the same school.
But
I'm
they were
just saying-
friends.
Okay.
Like they worked on now listen, if I had to guess, I think Tkachuk's just slapping his name on that project. Looks like a bit of a class clown.
Wait a minute. So Jason Tatum's dissecting the frog?
Jason Tatum seems to me like he's doing the work, and it feels like Tkachuk is thrown in there. And he goes, "Hey, let me put my name on that, Jason."
Really?
He's an antagonist.
Which is weird because we don't look at Tatum as an
No,
antagonist.
I don't like if you had to tell me which one of them put the whoopee cushion under the teacher's seat. Tkachuk.
Oh yeah.
Tkachuk.
Oh yeah.
Hockey.
Oh yeah. I mean, even when he talks now, it looks like he's missing 4 teeth, but he's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say his grill, man. Oh,
Yeah, get some braces.
I don't know.
Like
What's the
line
point?
them up.
Yeah, but like, what's
get all of his chewing soldiers in a row.
What's the point, right?
Yeah,
right?
you can get him knocked
I
out
mean,
anyway.
nobody wants to have a serrated mouth like a shark, dude. Nobody wants that. That's not attractive.
Stunt Steve, I think, is sending you the link to Tkachuk.
I did think his teeth were missing, and then I realized they were just kind of
Yeah.
misplaced.
I thought they were missing too.
Cool. But then again, line of business, I guess.
Right.
Is that sexy J-Fig or no?
So wait.
Yeah.
Where's Tkachuk?
He's the guy in the background with the laptop.
You said he was just putting his name on it. He looks like he's the foreman.
You think so?
He looks like the foreman of the operation.
I don't know, dude.
Yes, he does.
He could just be playing.
Look.
He's playing solitaire.
First of all, you could tell people's childhood is so much different. They actually got pictures. When I was a kid, we didn't have all that technology. You just had to remember.
Wait, you're saying he's the one with the laptop?
What, they didn't have cameras?
Yeah, he's the one with the
You weren't
laptop.
taking
That's-
the camera in
that's not true.
class?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably what 2000 and I don't know. We're talking. They're both like 24. So what are you in 8th grade? It's 10 years ago.
We were about 14.
Oh, that's 2013.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like
Yeah, great technology.
Yeah, when I was in
That's so
middle school, it was
It's like an abacus.
78.
Out
In
there
middle
counting.
school, I think
You're
I
counting with
was-
fingers and toes back then.
But no, dude, what are you talking about? We ain't have all these highfalutin methods of teaching, though.
You and Carl Weathers.
That's terrible.
Take a break. Get back into the heat after this.
The excitement and anticipation.
Degenerate the faithful with that crazy Casbah sound. But the better when they brought out the electric Casbah.
One box is empty.
Let's look over here. The show pony's not here.
Over.
Ah.
Over. The Latino comes out.
Talk to yourself, Leroy.
Come on. Look, who's the new guy?
I don't know what's going on. Oh.
Is that
And we're back.
Fight guy? Okay. He looks like a flyweight.
He is. Welcome back, everybody.
We're like,
Tobin and
where's
Leroy.
Tobin? You ain't give us a heads up?
I thought I was going to be back in time. My bad. Oh, okay, dude. Like, you've never been late for a segment. I don't sit here saying, where's Leroy?
Lunch.
Or to get you just a snack.
Us lunch.
J-Fig's out here. She's rolling in 2 minutes late to every segment.
Whoa,
But when it's all told, it's all out there in the open.
Oh, no. We're lucky if she blesses us with her presence on time at the start of the show. Just saying.
When did this turn on me? I don't like it.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says Tobin is a pie weight.
I agree with him now.
I do like pie, though. Delicious.
Oh, man.
Delicious.
Hey, I got my 6th edition of birthday cake.
Really? What else you got?
No, Rebecca makes me a birthday cake.
Every day?
Every year. My birthday. I don't like.
So you're getting 55 birthday cakes?
No, you idiot. My daughter? She hasn't been around 55 years.
I thought you said she makes you a cake for every year of your birthday.
Every year on my birthday, she makes me a cake.
Oh, I thought like it was a thing.
You are a buffoon.
Misunderstood. I don't think I'm the only one who mistook that.
No, you are.
I think I am.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna say this quietly. She started when she was like 9 or 10.
Yep.
Those first 2 years were a struggle.
Yeah. Did you have to eat the whole thing or just a slice?
A slice.
Okay.
But now they're delicious.
Good.
She cheated me though.
Why?
1 tier.
Oh, what's up with that?
You want more?
No. It's when you make a birthday cake, it's two tiers. She gave me lazy birthday cake.
Speaking of tears, let's hear some Boston.
Still
tears.
delicious though. With some ice cream.
A la mode.
You know what else I didn't realize?
What's that?
It took me a long time to realize that German chocolate cake has coconut in it. I do not like coconut.
Did not know that.
Oh, and now you do.
Yep, didn't matter. Because I'm gonna tell you what, German chocolate cake, I can eat it. If ever there's a cake, you say, what do you gotta have? German chocolate. Or the other black people cake. Red velvet. Hey,
I love red velvet.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you go to a holiday at a black person's house, somebody gonna have some red velvet.
Waddle Baby Waddle says there should be 55 tiers. That'd be a big cake.
God. Of German chocolate? I don't want that much. Look, I got the perfect, like, one. I have one. Oh, I didn't tell you the other part of it. Technically, it only had a half a, because Zeus had some on my birthday cake too.
Like, because you guys just fed, like, is the dog supposed to have a chocolate cake?
No, but when they said, come on, let's go get some cake. And we came in and it was like half the cake, part of the cake was gone.
You wanna hear some Boston tears, some griping?
What are they griping about?
They're griping, dude.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. You think they're playing you up there?
No.
Why not?
What you mean? Do I think they're playing clips of me?
Yeah, complain.
No, because they don't have the guts. They don't have the guts to spew truth
takes
on
guts.
Boston radio.
It don't take guts. It's just take attitude and mindset like yours.
I'm hitting them with nothing but truth bombs. They couldn't handle that.
Really?
They like to live in their little Boston bubble, feeding on Chowda and Sam Adams.
That's not stereotyping.
It doesn't count if it's Boston.
So
they love stereotyping in Boston.
does anybody like Manhattan clam chowder? No. It's disgusting.
Here is Boston claiming everybody hates the Celtics.
I mean, Jimmy Butler's obviously the superstar, but he's not considered one of the like top dog superstars. So they seem like they're a team that, no one believes in, but they've been there before. They know what it takes, and that they're using that as their fuel.
Yeah,
Good
but
point,
to me, Curtis, it's not surprising because how people feel about the city of Boston. Maybe I shouldn't feel that way anymore, but I still feel like they're always hoping for failure on our part.
Plus the Celtics, they've gotten to where they are, but they haven't looked great doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that's another part of.
But it is amazing, and I've had people alert me to this, and I usually think it was kind of homerish, but when the Celtics win, the conversation nationally is never on them winning. It's about the other team losing, or it's about Butler's waiting for, it's a very interesting dynamic. And I really think it originates from the fact that the people like Stephen A. and Legler and other analysts nationally, when they were coming of age, everything was always about the Celtics winning and everybody hated the Celtics. So they have this ingrown disdain for the Boston Celtics, and it colors their coverage of everything.
Yeah. Kind of like the Patriots.
Yeah. All right, dude. I mean,
Could
you live more in fantasy land than these group of jokers who are like, oh my God. No one ever gives this respect to just do. I mean, did the name Bill Simmons mean anything to you? The dude was all over ESPN for 10 years, spewing Boston love nonsense. And now you guys are sitting here and trying to claim that you guys get hated on? I mean, you guys christened Jason Tatum out of the womb. People hate on Boston. Give me a break. What a bunch of idiots.
That's exactly what you do.
But it's actually true in our case.
And whether it's true or not, the people who say things like this believe it's true, even though it's nonsense.
No, but with us, it's not nonsense. Even you would acknowledge it's not nonsense. With them, that's unbecoming.
I'm hip to your trick.
No, I'm not hip to tricks, dude.
He tries to include me into his little game so he can say, see, you agree with me. But no, it's all the same.
No.
You can play. Listen, who cares about.
Do you think that
hold on. Who cares about what type of recognition you get? If you win, that should be all the recognition you need.
No, that's not true.
Again, the difference between being a player and a fan, because you not only want to win, but you want everybody to celebrate the win with you.
Dude,
I don't care. I just want to win.
Very admirable, but you didn't have you had the Heat losing to the Bucks, so obviously you don't care.
No, so
what?
I can only be a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how bad our show would be if I was fanboy like you?
I think.
Do you
great.
understand how bad it would be?
So you're trying to say you're doing it for the show?
No, I'm doing it because guess what? I think it's my job
to
take the information and make a prediction.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
Okay,
whether
well,
I'm
take
a
this
fan or not.
instead
I
of
can put my fandom aside
do something
to
for
make
me.
it
Do something
accurate.
for me.
What? Go.
Instead of trying to box me in and saying that they're just like me, which they're not.
They are.
They're not.
They are.
Why don't you admit? You don't think that you think Boston gets disrespected nationally?
No, I
Do
don't
you
think
think that?
the Heat. I don't think the Heat do either.
Oh, get out of here.
See, but that's
How are you going to sit here
Can I ask
a
you a
week
question?
after?
Wait.
No. How are you going to sit here a week after your friend gets on the air and gives credit to the Knicks losing to the weather? How are you going to say that and then a week later say, no, Miami gets disrespect?
Can I ask you a question?
Nope. Answer my question.
If I said those same words to everybody in Boston, would they not react the same way you do?
What do you mean? About the weather?
No. Dude. Hey, see,
they give us a 3% chance.
That's
disrespect.
Who cares? If you win, you had a 100% chance.
Great. Very admirable of you.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying, Lego.
What else?
Who cares what
Let
anybody
me ask you a
thinks?
question.
If you win, it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you a question. What other instrument do you play besides the results? Let's hear more from these jokers in the EI.
Really? You won't stop. I hope with all my being that soon as Dan Day hits play, that they're hitting play up there to listen to you.
Good. I hope so too.
No, you don't.
Put a real radio show up there in Boston. Go ahead, Dan. Play some more of these idiots.
HR.
I mean, would you want Jimmy Butler over Jason Tatum?
No.
If you could only pick one?
Hell no.
I mean, he shows up and
got a hell
he,
no.
Hell no.
he can put that team on
I would
his
rather have
shoulders
Jaylen
and
Brown.
win a game for him with, with
Right.
50 plus. But
Yeah.
he's right about coaching. Like there's a
Mhm.
clear advantage when it comes to coaching. But other than that,
You have
Celtics,
the best.
like lineup wise, depth wise, Celtics are a much better basketball team.
I think you obviously have the best player on the court. You probably
Obviously.
have the third best player on the court,
Obviously.
Jaylen Brown. You have a better roster from your 7-man deep that you're gonna go on your starting 5.
I mean, like, obviously. Tatum's better. We all know. You know what's funny about that, though? Here's the interesting about that, O'Keefe and O'Malley. You guys were 6 minutes away from hating the guy's guts because he was having an all-time stinker. I mean, what like he puts up a 5 for 21, and now obviously Jimmy Butler hasn't put up a 5 for 21. Dude's been consistent as it gets this entire playoffs. Hell no. Tatum. Always Tatum. But you won't hear that up in ESPN in Bristol. Sure you don't, dude. They might as well mold the MVP
This
trophy
has
after
nothing
him.
to do with basketball.
Oh,
You realize
you know what? It has enough to do with it than them just throwing out willy-nilly stuff, dude. Tatum doesn't get the respect. Sure, he doesn't.
Tatum doesn't get the respect.
Like, it's all he gets is respect.
You turn on the TV and he's all over the place. Whether they're talking about him or there are commercials about him, it's just the same thing over and over
Nothing
and over
but
again.
Tatum talk the entire time.
And he's not that charismatic to begin with.
He's not. Remember when he threw up on social media a text that he sent to Kobe. I'm like, dude, enough already with the Kobe stuff. We get it. You loved Kobe. Bam loves Kobe. You see him putting up screenshots of texts that he sends to Kobe's, late phone. What are we doing? This guy wants to be Kobe so bad. Enough of him already, dude. Hell no. Yeah, I bet you weren't saying that in game 6. It's going to be so sweet when we kick their ass, dude. I can't wait. Official prediction tomorrow. But can't wait.
We know what you're.
No, you don't know my prediction, dude. You don't know what I'm going to pick.
I've known your prediction for 5 years.
That's not true.
Really?
I didn't pick Heat 5 for the Bucks. I should have. I regret it to this day.
I don't care about the number of games.
Mm-hmm. Why you look so exhausted?
Dude, you suck the bleeping life out of me sometimes. What do you want me to say? Huh? I needed like a break.
They never give us our respect, just like the Patriots. Oh, yeah. Lord knows we haven't got enough Patriots covered.
And here's the other thing.
20 years.
I don't want to hear about fans in Boston and what they feel about the Patriots because they want to run Bill Belichick out of there. Like, oh, you're just going to go find another one? Right? You think there's more where he came from? Idiots.
Take a quick break. Back with more to this. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the show. I don't know what Leroy's doing. He's out there just chatting it up. Are you looking at shark videos? What are you doing? And you get on me for being a couple minutes late, and you're here TikToking. You're TikToking, dude. You're TikToking.
I'm not, dude.
Hey, we're giving you a chance to win a photo op with Tua and an autograph, courtesy of our friends at Hollywood Collectibles. For your chance to win, text the word quarterback to 20357. That's quarterback to 20357. You can win that jersey. If you don't win, you guys can still go meet Tua at Hollywood Collectibles on Sterling Road in Dania Beach this Saturday, beginning at noon. There'll be photo ops and autographs. Tickets on sale now at HollywoodCollectibles.com. That's there. Why don't you go see Tua this weekend, dude?
Sexy sauce.
What? What do you say?
He hurt my heart. And you suck the life out of Heat fans every day.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
harsh, dude. Way
I'm
too
not
harsh.
it like for some reason people think that I am not a fan. And that's really not true.
I don't think it's that you're not a fan. I just feel like you're so busy trying to box me in.
I'm not
I
trying to
feel like
box you in.
I
Here,
want you to
have
enjoy the ride
understand,
with me.
As somebody who played, I come from a different place than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't just come from that blind faith. I'm one of those people that like to see it. You can't, and when you watch the fight game,
Yeah.
you can't just all of a sudden go, you know what? He hasn't shown it, but I think he's got it this time. You don't get paid for that. You get paid to give an analysis of what you think will happen.
I don't think so.
Okay. It'll be the next time we talk about a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the first time you just blindly go into, because you even when we talk to our guys, you go, you know what? It's going to be a tough spot for him, but I really hope he wins. You say that all the time to me. That's how I am with the Heat. But no, I can't be that way. You can be that way. Because when we talk about Gilbert Burns,
That's
we
our
say
guy.
Gilbert,
Yeah.
that's our guy. You say, ooh, it's going to be a tough.
It was a tough fight.
Okay, right. But you didn't go in gun ho like you do with the Heat.
Sometimes I do.
No, you don't.
Martin Bater is joining us here in studio. Martin, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on, guys? Pleasure being with you here. It's been a while since I last saw you.
Yeah, man. Well, Martin's the one who gets us all of our fight interviews in boxing. He works for Showtime for PBC, but also is a rabid South Florida sports fan. So we appreciate you stopping by, man. Checking out the whole thing. How much are you enjoying right now? The Heat's run.
I'm loving it. Right now I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, but we can follow everything from out there, and the Heat is just being the surprise of the season, right? And it's kind of like in boxing when you see a contender that you don't really think is gonna get that far, and all of a sudden, boom, he's the number one contender. So right now the Heat is being underestimated still. I think the odds are like what, plus 1,500 for them to win the title?
The title odds are crazy. The series odds lopsided. This ESPN analysis, it's like 3%. I don't even know where they came up with that
we've
formula.
seen this before. We've seen this before. You guys act like you don't see it in sports. You see it all the time. When the year that what was it, 2000, early 2000s, when Detroit won, this set up the same exact way. No way they're gonna get by this team. No way they're gonna beat the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. And guess what?
But you know what's crazy
They
about
won a
it?
championship.
But you know what's crazy about it? Like in hockey, like the Panthers, the odds on the Panthers swung greatly as the series have gone on.
Yeah,
They've
but
they've shown something.
Hockey's different though. Hockey's the only sport where if you told me an 8 seed beat a 1 seed, all you say, their goalie must have got hot. Like it's just that easy. Like it happens a lot. Not to this extent. Not to where they're dominating teams. But keep in mind, not only were they the 8 seed, they were the 8 seed down 3-1 to a team that broke almost every NHL record there was.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah.
But the Heat took out the 1 seed in 5. Like they didn't even get into a danger zone.
Right.
That's why I find it weird to have them this lopsided. When I think we would all say going into the playoffs, the Heat were a better team. I mean, the Bucks were a better team than the Celtics. They were all year. They're a deeper team. They got Giannis.
We'd also say the Bucks were a better team than Heat.
Yeah, well,
no, you could be
big
listen,
mistake.
The best team doesn't always win, right? We see it in the fight game all the time, right? This guy should dominate. Boom, he gets hit by a flying right or something. his night's over. It happens, right? It happens. But before the fight, you're not necessarily predicting that, but that's why you watch the fights. That's why you watch all this competition, because it is fun. You want to be the guy to watch this when you see the upset, when you see the 56 that Jimmy scored, when you see all these things in sports. It doesn't mean you're less or more of a fan because you think one team's better.
That's where we disagree.
Oh, so you think that I think that I'm not a good sports fan because I haven't picked the
Not good.
Wait,
not good.
Wait,
Just
wait,
not as
wait,
good as
wait.
me.
Wait,
Just not as good as me.
You're saying, and let me get this right. Please record this, Dan, because we're
recording everything. We're on a podcast.
Here's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying to me that I'm not a good Heat fan because I didn't pick an 8 seed to be the 1 seed.
And say you're not a good Heat fan. Just not as good as me.
Oh my goodness. Do you know, like, dude, one day you're gonna read
you don't
news
feel like there's
one
a
day you're gonna
national...
be on ESPN and it's gonna here's the headline. Horde finally did it. Right?
Martin, you don't feel like there's a disrespect from ESPN on the Miami Heat right now?
I feel like it's really weird that ESPN keeps ignoring what the Heat has accomplished because when the Heat wins, they don't get a segment almost anywhere.
Ever.
But if the Heat loses against the Knicks, then there's 2 segments, right?
2 segments on the Knicks.
But
ridiculous.
I was watching First Take today. What's one of the first topics? Are the Celtics the favorites to win the title?
Yeah.
Right? And then it's all about Jokic. And then obviously you have the Lakers and can AD stop Jokic. But is anybody talking about how Jimmy Butler can replicate his 50-plus point performance? Because
exactly. See, I'm not crazy.
Tatum had 51 the other day, but does anybody remember that Jimmy had 56?
Exactly.
And
like it didn't happen. Like it's like ancient history already.
Yeah, and Tatum has a supporting cast that truly has been supporting him for a while now. Jimmy Butler, when he dropped 56, I mean, obviously now we know Gabe Vincent, Strus, they have been stepping up, Lowry, but when he did that, nobody expected anything from anybody. But I don't see anybody talking about Jimmy on a national level, giving him the respect besides the occasional, tip of the hat.
See, and this is a man in media. This is a man in media who
Here's
has
the difference.
credibility.
Here's the difference between the Heat and the Celtics as far as how people look at them, right? They talk about Jason Tatum, but they will not talk about Jaylen Brown and all those guys carrying his ass when he was over, right? If that happened to the Heat wouldn't even be close. So he has that luxury to still be a great player while not playing his best all the time.
I agree.
And that goes unnoticed.
I know
that if Jimmy Butler does not play well, the Heat don't win.
The chances are slim.
Right. Jason Tatum doesn't have that pressure on him.
I agree with that. He definitely has. I feel like because you have I think that the idea of Bam putting up 40 in a playoff game, not as likely as Jaylen Brown being able to. I agree with that.
Right, but Jaylen Brown, I guarantee you, Jaylen Brown thinks he's better than Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard day.
But he's more aggressive. He's more dependable in those crunch times to make something happen. And Jason Tatum might be the overall better skilled athlete. But when you look at these games, when you look at who's been most consistent and who would you rather, it hasn't been Tatum until the last 5 quarters.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break. We'll with Martin here with us in a second. We'll get into some boxing as some big fights going on. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this.
mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo y aprovechame hoy, que mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo y nadie le pidió, pero estamos aquí. Yo no sé si fue Dios, ay, pero creo que lo vi.
Oh, it blacked out?
Yeah, you got to log in.
Because, yeah.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, JFig wants to send you to the Air and Sea Show, the Hyundai Air and Sea Show, plus the U.S. Military Salute Fest this Memorial Day weekend on May 27th and 28th on Miami Beach. The greatest show above Earth showcases the men, women, and technology and equipment from all 5 branches of the United States military. For more info, visit usasalute.com. Caller 3 right now to 305-567-0560. Caller 3 to 305-567-0560 gets a 4-pack of tickets to the Hyundai Air and Sea Show. What is
I
that?
thought Memorial Day was on a Monday.
Memorial Day weekend. So you get the whole weekend, dude.
No, but the 27th, 28th. Memorial Day is on the 26th, right?
I don't know. Do I look like a calendar, dude? I'm just reading the
No,
liner.
I'm just saying.
What are you doing today, huh?
Something's not right.
The 29th is Memorial Day.
Okay. Thank you. So 27, 28. All right. There you go. Clarified. I was just looking at, hold on. Let me tell you. You know, our interactions with our boss.
Yeah.
You think, yeah, sometimes you gotta.
Taking the Memorial Day off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could have sworn he sent an email saying who's in. That it's on it's on the 26th.
Some headlines here brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Marlins back in action today. 6:40, first pitch. Jesus Luzardo on the hill.
By the way, Martin.
Yeah.
Floyd is one of my favorite fighters, but my favorite fighter is Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones Jr.
Because he was Mayweather before Mayweather because but he had nobody to fight.
So exciting though. Like so much.
He had
more
nobody to
exciting
fight.
than Floyd
So he
fights.
started moving up and down, and then that's when he started losing.
Well, you know, that's what the greatest fighters do. They try to look for the challenges in other weights because each division has a different feel, right? So look at Rolly Romero. He fought Gervonta at 135, and now he's at 140. He won the title last weekend, and he's gonna see what the next challenge is. But
It's
in
hard
boxing,
though going up to the heavyweight though. That's big boy steps.
well,
right there.
but heavyweight is a different animal. Where,
right.
And few people can do, for example, what Pacquiao did. Very few people can do it, where he won the title in
weight classes.
8 different divisions.
Right.
I mean, that's why they're the greatest. You know, they're among the greatest of all time. But it's not that uncommon for fighters to go from one division to another as long as they can handle the weight. That's the biggest key. If you can handle the weight, then then you know you can go anywhere you want.
I think we got lost. We forgot about Roy Jones because when he went up and then went down, he started losing. But they don't realize how dominant he was.
No, I like it to a place now where like I don't want losses to be held over guys so much. Like I like the fact that Gervonta and Ryan fought because like that. Even I don't think less of Ryan Garcia. I do think Gervonta Davis very clearly outclassed him, and he has a lot to learn. But it's I think way more of him that he took on that challenge, and we'll see what the next step of his career and how he'll handle it. More so than if he would have just kept fighting guys he could easily beat.
To me, the most important thing isn't just that Gervonta and Ryan fought, but that the fans enjoyed it so much.
Yes,
because
it was a great show. It was a great lead up.
Exactly, and why do we do all that we do here on the radio, me in public relations? It's for the fans that want to enjoy the best product possible, and it's not just about what happens inside the ring. They clearly enjoy the pre-fight press conferences, the weigh-in, the trash talking between them, the interviews on SportsCenter, the Instagram lives, everything that surrounded the fight made it a great product overall. And if the fans are happy, then That's the most important thing, because in the end, when it's two elite fighters, you know you're gonna get a great product in the end.
Do you think that because of the good business that did, do you think it'll have an influence on other guys like Crawford and Spence? Still waiting for them to get together. But if I can't imagine those guys seeing what those guys did and not being influenced of like, all right, maybe it's finally time to get that fight together, because it's been frustrating that we haven't gotten that fight at welterweight to find who it is. So like, do you think that other elite fighters will look at what they did and be like, okay, maybe we should get together and make this fight happen?
I think that anything that carries the sport in a positive light, and they see that the fans liked it, and that people were into it, I don't think that there is any lack of motivation, but by any elite fighter to fight another elite fighter, regardless of what his or her name is. Look at Amanda Serrano in the female boxing area. Like, she's been trying to fight the best and she has been fighting the best for a long time. So it's not that the best fighters don't want to fight the best fighters. Sometimes things are just out of their control. But when they see that fans react so positively to something like that, it can only help. I'm sure of it.
It really sucked. This all started, to me, in the 90s, where before that, every fight that was available, they fought. And then when the 90s, with all the promotions and all the different promoters, then fights became harder with Tyson fighting all these. It became harder to get these matchups. And it just carried on from there. So now we wait so long, sometimes too late, to see that primetime fight that we've been waiting to see for years.
Who do you think? What's going to happen with Deontay Wilder? I feel like we haven't heard anything. You know, there was like some talk about maybe, you know, something in the Middle East or something like that. But I feel like it's been so quiet after the whole Usyk and Tyson Fury thing went down. Like, I don't know where the dominoes are going to lie with this whole heavyweight division. Like, you know, do you have any idea on where like Deontay or Fury or who's going to fight each other?
Right now, like, I don't have any inkling on that, but what I can tell you is that the heavyweight division is unique, and whatever ends up happening in the near or long-term future, that's gonna be, I mean, Fury, Wilder, Andy Ruiz. You have like a great roster there in the heavyweight division. It's just a matter of lining up the pieces and seeing what happens. But when it does happen, it's gonna be great for everybody, and it's gonna be a show, and regardless of where it is.
Do you think that? Do you think after this Garcia and Tank fight, do you think that Gervonta, like the whole face of boxing thing, do you think that he's closing in on Canelo? Do you think he can pass Canelo eventually? Like, where do you think Gervonta's popularity is right now after that performance?
Gervonta is among the elite right now, not only inside the ring, but also he's showcasing more of what is his potential as the face of boxing. And he was really, really good during the lead up to the fight. The fans embrace him, and he certainly does have the potential to be the face of boxing.
Pretty crazy, man. It's a fun time in the sport right now. Can't wait. Martin Batista, thank you so much for stopping in, man. We appreciate it.
Next time we'll get started sooner. We won't fight.
That was on you, dude. That wasn't on me. That was on you, dude. That wasn't on me.
Well, I'm looking forward to being on with you guys next time. Thank you for everything you do for the sport of boxing. We really appreciate it, and
we appreciate you, because you bring us some heavy hitters, man. So we appreciate all the support you've given us too, man. It means a lot.
And and then I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say on Thursday about Game 1, because that's going to be a heavyweight fight of its own.
I can't wait, man. This is going to be a crazy week. Nothing but Heat and Panthers conference finals games. This is going to be a party.
Absolutely. It's going to be wild, and I'm looking forward to watching it too.
We'll get back into the Heat. We'll hear a little bit from Bam Adebayo on the challenge of Jason Tatum. 15 minutes Heat coming up next. You guys up until 2 o'clock on the show. You guys like boats?
We love them.
Love them?
I love.
I love motor boating.
Wow.
Huh?
You're like one of those.
Can
You
we
like?
go back to commercials?
Huh?
What?
You guys could be on your way to the SoFlo Boat Show. Just go to WQM.com and sign up on the RSVP list. We got 200 tickets. It's going to the first 100 people to register. So go there. SoFlo Boat Show is at the iconic Miami Marine Stadium this weekend. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tomorrow at 8:30 against the Boston Celtics. You, of course, can hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. You're home for all conference finals. Coming up Thursday will be game 1 between the Cats and Canes. And very exciting. We have no conflicts. I cannot wait. Let's hear a little bit from Bam Adebayo and the lead up to this. Bam, he's ready, Leroy, for the whole thing, but he says he remembers the feeling last year walking off the court at Game 7. Here's Bam.
I mean, for me, man, it's about growth. I remember how I felt when we walked off that court last year. So, I feel like everybody has that type of mentality. They want to be better than they were last year.
I remember him walking off the court, too, because he tore his jersey like he was Hulk Hogan in anger.
I remember that.
They got plenty of jerseys. What are you looking at me for?
You seem defeated.
I'm not defeated.
You sure?
I'm just waiting for some basketball to get started.
I know.
We got a game tonight. Got some warm up.
Even Spo was itching yesterday. He's like, I wish the game was today. He's ready.
Everybody, what's funny? Is there's a fine line between everybody wanting to rest, and then as soon as they get like 2 days, they're like, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right.
2 days. It's nice. You got it done on Friday, 2 days. But yeah, you got to be itching at this point. The only thing that is superly beneficial for is Jimmy's ankle.
Right.
You get as much rest on that ankle as possible, and have him right. Bam also discussed the challenge of defending on this in this series, and this is what he had to say on that.
Listen, if I got to guard him, I'm going to guard him. There's nothing to it. It's whoever they put out there, that's who we're going to guard.
If you got to guard Tatum, he's going to guard Tatum. Maybe some possessions, but he's not going to be on the whole game on him. But that's the beauty of Bam. You can put him.
Usually, I like what Spo does. Spo will move his players around so he knows the bum scores. And it'd always be like Kyle Lowry. I don't care how big the guy is. They'll put somebody like.
I love when Kyle Lowry was on Julius Randle.
Oh, my goodness.
Put it right there. Missoula did announce that they are sticking with their starting lineup the last 2 games. So Robert Williams will stay in the starting lineup for
because
Boston.
they're gonna think that that's gonna give them an advantage with the rebounding, right? And if you put Robert Williams in there, does it kind of take Bam away from being on the perimeter?
Yes, I think it definitely does take that away.
Or you go with Kevin Love and put Kevin Love and have him fight with Robert Williams.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that in the situation, or put a couple of listen, the old Love battling each other, so you could do Kevin Love on Horford.
Horford looked like he was moving pretty good, not like Kevin Love.
Doesn't matter, he's still old.
He's not. Is he older than Kevin Love?
That's a good question. Right now, Horford.
Kevin Love got gray hair.
Well, listen, some of it hits people earlier. No, actually, Al Horford's 2 years older than Kevin Love. Al Horford's 36. Kevin Love, 34.
He's only 34. Dude, he looks like him.
Kevin Love being younger.
Kevin Love being
younger
like
than me is a
him
little
and
weird.
Spo went to school together.
Lead us. He's leading us. Veteran savvy.
He's only 34.
Yep.
He's been playing basketball for a long time.
He certainly has. Playing basketball for a while. Now he's leading the Heat. Love that outlet pass, man.
Will you stop? See, no. Let me explain something to you people. And to all the people out there listening. Y'all think that I'm just angry for no reason. Right? But one of the things that Tobin does, he goes out of his way to do the little digs, right? The little digs. So now it's love the outlet passes. Like he wants to get me going.
They're really good. Like I didn't, you know, you don't know until you appreciate it in person. You know, seen a couple of Buttes just dropping dimes in the bucket. You know, it's a thing of beauty. It really is.
You ain't gonna get me for these last.
Did it in front of Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel was like, you could see like the eyes perk up on him a little bit. You know.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna get hit with that pass. He come on the football field and try to throw that pass, and he get hit in the little ribs and get a rib dinner.
Do you think that he could throw in OTAs though? Like if you put Kevin Love in a little
No.
in some pajamas, you don't think he could hit somebody in stride?
No.
Football's way different than
No.
basketball.
No,
You stand by that?
No chance, and that's only like maybe 25 yards.
Down the court?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good question.
was it 80 feet?
Basketball court?
Yeah,
96. Or 92. I'm sorry, 92.
92. So that's 30 yards.
Yeah, listen. What do we say? Most throws are between 5 and 10. You know.
You really trying to make Kevin Love a quarterback?
I think he can be a quarterback, dude.
No, he can't.
He's got the height.
You know the last tall quarterback we had here,
Osweiler.
Osweiler,
Dude look like
Joe Flacco.
Dude look like a giraffe in shoulder pads.
Who's the other one?
Remember Joe Flacco's kids were rooting against him and rooting for Tyreek Hill?
Kids, I tell you what, kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. They don't care. Oh my goodness.
Really something. What do you think about Lakers and Nuggets tonight getting going? What is your pick for that series? You taking LeBron? You taking LeBron?
Yeah. Hey, say Al Horford is 36, just like Serge Ibaka is 33. Serge Ibaka been 33 for 17 years.
How old is Serge Ibaka now? Is he actually? Is he listed at 33 now?
He's been playing for 20.
Right.
It claims he's 33 years old. That's what it says. I don't know,
dude.
But you got Lakers in what? What do you think they're gonna win?
6.
Really? You think they're gonna close it out? And no, I guess that would be in LA. Okay.
Me personally, I think that if anybody watches this postseason, they will have little or no regard for home field. Right?
Even with the altitude?
Even it doesn't matter. Like only a couple of these series even made it to game 7. Right? Like, why are we all of a sudden acting like it's that important? What's the most important thing in all these sports, as we're starting to see, is how you're playing basketball, how you're playing hockey at the end of the year, not how many games you've won.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how many games, especially in hockey. It doesn't matter how many games you've won, how many points you have. What matters is how hot is your goalie and how well you've been playing hockey going into the playoffs.
I think the Nuggets are going to win the series, but in 7.
Do you?
Yep.
In 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a good series.
Okay.
Really good
Would
series.
you like to put a little something on it?
Next, it's a West Coast game. Don't give a rat's ass enough to bet on it.
I don't know. It could be a friendly, like nothing serious.
What do you want to bet?
Come on.
A little lunch.
I just don't care enough.
You don't care enough? Well, I would say we could bet a case of Celsius, but I know what your busted ass to do.
What?
Crap, the ones in the back.
He was like, I didn't want Fuji Apple. You want to bet an empanada Friday?
Yeah.
All right, done.
Empanada Friday.
Done.
Oh man.
Mark this.
Did you guys see this? Jimmy Butler had a little revelation on what Pat about his recruitment to the Heat. Did you know about this?
Nope.
So Jimmy Butler was he did a pop-up Big Face Coffee this weekend at a Lids.
Man, that already happens.
Yeah, he's selling Big Face Coffee gear, I guess, at this Lids. And
it was
so
a collaboration that was on Lincoln Road, I believe.
cool. So he's doing this, and he got to sit down with some fans. It was kind of cool. Like if you just walk by, hey, Jimmy Butler's there. So he was chopping it up, but he put on his Instagram this story, which I really wish would have happened. This is Jimmy Butler, J-Fig, if you could bring up the video, talking about Pat Riley recruiting him to the Heat.
For the Bulls, 21.
You pot up the thing there?
For the Bulls, 21. I think is a wrap for me. That was just like my Chicago days. I'll never wear 21 again. You can't wear 23 here because of MJ. Literally, Pat Riley retired it. But I will say this. Whenever I did come here, Pat told me that I could wear 23, but I said, so 22 it is. 22 it is.
Man, I wish he would have wore 23 so we could have gotten rid of that 23 in the rafters. Still happy with how things have turned out as 22, but I wish that would have happened.
What's more important, the number or the man wearing the number?
The man.
Okay, then.
But
Why?
I hate that Bulls jersey was up there.
It's stupid.
It's not stupid.
No, it's stupid that the Bulls jersey is up there.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's ridiculous.
So it would have been great if Jimmy would have ended it.
No. You can't end it by giving it to somebody.
Why not?
You have to end it by taking it down.
I know.
And then giving it to somebody.
It's not a jersey anymore. Like, it's now just a red 23 up there. Like, they got rid of that. I think the reason being because it was there, and then there was a Dolphins jersey up there for Dan Marino, which was really weird. Because, by the way, they've given like 100 people number 13.
You know what it is? The thing. No, but his number's not retired.
I know it's honored.
But here's the funny thing. I think when they first, like in the infancy of their, organization, they're like, let's do something. Right? So all these things came up.
I know.
I mean, they got a naked building. They hadn't started winning yet. They hadn't, you know what I mean? So like now a team of this stature would not do something like that. But you have to understand that they're so young that, okay, I can see it.
I don't like it. But
let me tell you something. If I'm a fan, and I'm going to tell you like this. This is a fan and a player perspective. You don't put nobody else up in your Raptors.
I know.
Nobody. I don't care. You can put a local player from another team, but you ain't put no player.
I don't even like the Marino thing. I don't like that either.
Like, he's got his spot in his building.
He's got a statue.
He's got his thing in his building.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need,
But
Dan Murray's great. Give him free tickets when he wants.
It looks better now that they actually took away the jerseys, and now it's just like a red 13 or it's a red 23 because they put 6 up there for Bill Russell too. But
that's different. That's different.
I get it. I get it.
That and see, that's what I'm saying is that when you put somebody like Bill Russell in the Raptors, it and what it says, and then you got it next to Jordan and Marino as the only 3 people who haven't had anything to do with the Miami Heat up there. Like, it almost right? Like, what are you doing? Like, I get people putting Bill Russell's number in their arena somewhere because the impact that he's had on not even just basketball, but society.
Well, you knew it was going to happen. Riley wasn't putting the Celtics jersey up there. He's like, let's put up a number 6.
Well, didn't the league kind of like?
Yes,
it's implemented by the league.
Because everybody has a number 6 in the whole league.
Well, everybody has it on the court right now. I don't know if everybody put it up in their rafters.
But everybody has it on their jersey.
Yeah, I know everybody has it on their jersey. But I don't know with it. But look, 22 looks great. It's going in the rafters. Good for Jimmy.
You got to take 23 down though.
I wish.
You have to. You have to.
I wish.
Just for all the reasons why, you almost have to take the Marino one down too.
Do you feel like Michael Jordan would be offended if we took it down, like backsies?
No.
Like if Pat Riley's just like, look.
I don't even know if he didn't even show up to the ceremony.
No, I think he did.
Did Jordan show up?
I think it was at a Bulls. It was at a Wizards game actually, because it was a half Wizards, half Bulls jersey originally, which is even uglier.
I don't. And
then they switched it to all Bulls, and now it's just a red 23.
As much as I love Michael Jordan, right?
It is something though. I will say, it's something that Pat Riley got LeBron to change his number, but then with Jimmy, he's like, you could have it.
Maybe they're just phasing it out. It was a Wizards Bulls jersey, and it was just a Bulls jersey.
I hope so.
3 then eventually
it just keeps camouflaging. It goes away.
I don't at no point in time, and I don't know if you call this petty or just keeping it real. At no point in time, when I walk into my home stadium, whether it's Cleveland, Minnesota, down here, wherever it is, I better not be looking at a jersey of somebody else that played for another team.
Agreed.
Never. In fact, I don't even think you should do another sport. right?
Both things I'm not fond of.
Yeah.
But
And this is not and this is
Riley's-
not being a hater on Marino or Jordan.
No, it's just weird.
It's just weird.
It's just
right.
weird.
Right.
It's just weird. That's all right. Listen, Riley's got more hits than misses. Everybody's got a couple.
That's true though. That's true.
What?
People forget that when the Heat retired 23, everybody was saying it should be retired throughout the league.
Oh, I know.
those
Well, I remember LeBron. It was funny because I remember LeBron. There was a game where Michael Jordan came to the Heat because Wade was getting to Jordan Brand, right? So it was a LeBron v. Wade national TV game, and the Cavs ended up winning. And LeBron made this whole song and dance afterwards about how he's not going to wear number 23 anymore. He wants to retire it. Little did people know he was going to leave Cleveland for Miami the next year.
So he was putting it in the weed.
Put it in the ether.
Put it in the ether.
No, he went back. When he went back to Cleveland, he still went back to 23. So,
Okay, I got you.
Not surprising if he keep his word.
All right.
Take a break. Back after this.
The results are in.
I said this is a replay, but I had just noticed that Jeffrey Loria is on my television. He's got a book coming out. Your mic is off and you're not saying it with headphones on.
The sun ain't doing him no favors.
Dude, who the hell wants to read a book by Jeffrey Loria? What is it called? Art of the Scheme? Yes, let me tell you about first baseman and Monet's. Yes. He doesn't sound like that. But in my mind, he always does. Not today, boys.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I think the thing that pissed us all off about Jeffrey Luria and David Sampson is their smugness in which they said to us, we know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let us do our thing.
Yeah.
And,
it's
and I think that's the part of it.
the thing that always just drove me nuts. Well, other than the fact that they
Because some of their moves, a lot of guys said the right baseball moves. But the fact that they kind of like tried to throw it in your face and were smug about it, you're just like, no, I ain't buying it.
No, not buying it. I'm not buying anything that they're selling. And I'm certainly not buying a Jeffrey Loria book. What does that say? Like, honestly, who wants to read a book from him? Like, who is interested? Is there a Marlins fan that really is like, you don't want to spend $29.99 on hardcover Jeffrey Loria biography? Sign me up.
Original.
Yeah, please let me know. Well, let me ask you something right now. If Jeffrey Loria had a book signing in Miami, how many people show up to that aren't friends and family? Which I imagine
How would he
is
have
few.
to show up? Bulletproof vest?
How many people are showing up besides just to heckle him? Like to actually say, Jeffrey, thank you for owning the Marlins.
I will say this. You'd be amazed how people will gather to show their hate. Right? And the funny thing about it is, I do believe that people like Jeffrey Lurie would say, we had a great turnout. Right. That's
just oblivious.
That's the twist, though, right?
Just oblivious to all of it. Yes, chapter 1, signing John Buck. Sight unseen.
Here's the other thing, though. There was no way in hell he's coming back here.
Well, then who else is like? What is interesting about his life story other than owning the Marlins?
The art.
Oh, really?
You know how much art you have to buy and sell to be able to buy a team?
I know that he sold the team a lot more than he got because he got a loan for the team.
I know.
And bought it for like
that was crazy
pennies on the dollar.
They
and
gave him money when the Expos.
Nobody look. Their number one move is when I say art of the scheme, I'm not kidding. Like the guy took a worthless team that he got a loan for and flipped it into a Billy.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Bravo for him.
Are you jealous because you didn't do it?
No, I'm not jealous. I just wanted a good baseball team.
Yeah, but look at what you're dealing with.
A schemer.
No, you're dealing with a guy who's living around margins. Whereas look at somebody like Steven Ross.
Why do they even have him on? Like, why would you even have him on MLB Network? You're not an owner anymore.
They don't know what we know.
Get him out of there.
They don't know what we know.
What do you want to hear from this guy? This guy has anything.
They don't know like we know. They don't know what it was like dealing with him. They just go, look, I want to write in a book.
Jeffrey, can you tell us the chapter about when Joe Girardi called you a bleep hole?
Joe Girardi, of all people, right? Right? Like guys who normally keep their cool.
Chapter 7, I made the general manager be the manager too.
And then I fired 2 people with 1 stone.
Chapter 8, ranting out of hot dogs on opening day.
Chapter 9, built a new stadium, but didn't close the roof and got rained on.
Chapter 10, that whole Muhammad Ali thing. Woof.
Ooh, I mean, I think you could almost open the book with that story. Oh, wait, announce Muhammad Ali's death.
Robbie goes, how long is the Wei Yin Chen chapter? Probably 80 million pages. Chapter 11, Wei Yin Chen. Really thought he was going to opt out after 2 years.
I love it. Wait a minute. If you are a team that gives a player an option, it's best to assume don't assume that he gonna leave. Because it could work both ways. He could be great and opt out, and you got to pay him more, or he could suck and he don't opt out, and you got to pay him a lot more than he's worth.
Chapter 12, making a logo that looked like a kaleidoscope.
Huh. Chapter 13, actually putting a kaleidoscope in the outfield.
You guys just don't get art. It's art. Red Rooms.
Like, with all they're living on margins, and the team, they don't have big pockets like everybody else. But he spent a couple of $1 million on.
Still out there, by the way. It's right outside the stadium.
Oh, really? Does it work?
I don't think so. Because it used to go off like It's a Small World, like fountains and all. I think it just sits there because, some weird deal with the city.
Uh-oh, there he is, Jack McKeon.
Chapter 14 really thought putting actual fish tanks behind the backstop was a good idea.
How old is Jeffrey Lurie? He got to be, 70-something?
Too old.
Yeah.
Writing a book.
And keep in mind, David, that's his son-in-law, brother.
It's his former stepson. They're not, I don't believe he is married any longer to David Sampson's mother.
I do want to circle back to the Heat and how everybody hates them.
Mm-hmm.
When I was stumbling in last night at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was at Funky Buddha in a place called Big Dogs in Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
They had a glowing piece on the Miami Heat and how good Jimmy Butler was on SportsCenter. I don't know if you saw that.
Nope, I didn't. I don't believe you.
It was on at 2 in the morning.
Who was
so
it voiced by? Nick Friedel?
But it was a great piece and how Jimmy was the man and how the Heat have played as well as anybody in these playoffs. And it was a nice little 3-minute piece. I don't know if anybody else saw that at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Do you guys want to hear the description for Jeffrey Lurie's book on Amazon? Before he wrote a memoir, Jeffrey Lurie was the author of one of America's most remarkable professional careers. He began as a private modern art dealer. Did he invent Art Basel?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just asking.
No, he
Seems like
didn't. I'm sure he didn't.
And became
You think he wants responsibility for the banana peel on the wall?
I feel like he would. And ultimately became a very public Major League Baseball team owner and World Series champion. Welcome to his unique and thrilling world. And it says, how are great artists like athletes? How can one recognize great art or great athletic talent? Yeah, this is the guy you want to know.
I feel like you're about to invite me to the Renaissance Festival.
Renaissance Festival with Fat Mom James Harden. Whatever. Enough Jeffrey Lurie. You want a Goosey's quote?
Mm-hmm.
From who?
Jimmy Butler.
They're always going to be Goosey's quotes to you, dude. Like, you got to put things in perspective.
Fine. J-Fig, you want a Goosey's quote?
I do.
Wait, I didn't mean...
Well, you're already stomping on my Goosey's.
You're the worst.
Quote, this is our year. We're going to go into this game 1 and do what we're supposed to do and be the first 1 to 4. We are very capable of it. We have enough.
Well, he used all of the
coach and star.
Touched them all.
Right together.
Oh, the good news is I can't hit my head on the mic because
it looks like you're about to drop an album.
You kind of can. I'm sure you'll find a way.
No.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is if it just falls.
The Jeffrey Lurie book.
I got to check on.
Should we get him on the show?
No. I got to check my. I got to check my my dog. He ate cake.
Yeah, you got to be careful, dude. You're gonna have a poop castle when you go home.
I mean,
that dog can poop.
It was chocolate, right?
He didn't. I don't know. He ate about.
But was it a chocolate cake? Thanks.
German chocolate cake.
Go inside fascinating artist studios and high-energy baseball clubhouses and dugouts as Lurie shares his keen eye and front row seat. Oh, yeah. Keen eye.
Sure, all the managers really love that.
Oh, yeah. I always knew when to fire a manager. The answer was whenever I felt like it.
Why do you have him as a clown show?
Yes, he is. Ass clown show.
I mean, yeah.
Just go away. You know, you already won. You won life. You read a book. Get out of here.
It's one of those things that if you break up with a girl and you keep talking about the girl, then she still owns you, but you don't have no part of it.
Nah, I just didn't.
So I'm not doing that with Jeffrey Lewis.
I didn't expect him to.
I'm not doing that.
I didn't expect
though.
my girl to show up on the View
We got a
today.
different owner. The team is fun to watch, and I'm just gonna move forward. I don't care about his book. I don't care about what he has to say, right? Because he ain't have nothing to say when he was here. He was smug with us. He told us we don't know nothing about baseball.
guys don't know
why
the
they signed Wei
players.
and Chin. So guess what?
Guy sat here trying to tell me that Adebayo Echeverria was going to be better than Hanley Ramirez.
I don't like the way he treated the players. Who was it you got traded? Matt Burley,
Yeah, he traded Mark Burley and
Mark
left his dogs
Burley?
here.
right? No. So why?
Remember when he got rid of Cody Ross and Cody Ross ended up winning the World Series? Got rid of Cody Ross for nothing.
That happened a lot.
Dan Ugla was crying.
That wasn't just him.
And then Cody Ross won the World Series with the Giants.
Who else did he sign to let go to Boston? The pitcher went to Boston. Conine went to where did Conine go?
Conine didn't go anywhere. He traded for Conine.
Huh?
You talking about after?
Yeah.
I don't know. Conine played for a lot of teams, dude. But he's back now with the Shermanator. Jeffrey Loria.
Shermanator.
View from the front row.
Even when you're serious, you have to like Shermanator.
So you don't like the Shermanator? That's our show for today, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.
Well, I would say we could bet a case of Celsius, but I know what your busted ass to do.
What?
Grab the ones in the back.
He was like, I didn't want Fuji Apple. Why you look so exhausted?
Dude, you suck the bleeping life out of me sometimes.